Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in for the new, earlier stream start time. I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. Thank you for being here, Kite and Vincenzo Real, L2T. Does that mean you're second lieutenant? I'm in a good mood tonight. I hope you're doing really well. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. So, had a lot of comments that the streams are running a little bit late. So I thought, let's start them a bit earlier, and I should be less tired, so we can actually get further on in the streams, and maybe even stream for a longer period of time. Wouldn't that be lovely? More than 2 hours a week. That's what I would like to do. So we're starting much earlier tonight. My intention is not to stream all the way to 1 a.m. like I normally do. Probably try and make it to 12. But that still gives us a decent amount of time considering it is 9:30 now. So we'll see how my stamina holds up, and we'll see how this new start time is for everybody. I'm going to turn the volume. Let me know what the audio is like in the background. Let me just make sure this is set properly in my balance. I think that's actually an okay volume as it is right now. Let me know if it gets too loud. One thing I am making a change for this stream is the Terra Invicta music is good, but for the amount of time you end up listening to it, I am getting a little bit over it. So I'm just going to play some game soundtrack stuff that should be safe to stream for this stream, just to kind of reset my ears so I'm not listening to the same couple of tracks from Terra Invicta, so I'm ready for it. I'm just going to quickly wash my... Oh, who did first there? Hey Pango, hey Ghost to Gecko, congratulations on getting first. That was a late first. Usually it's a race at the beginning of the stream. Okay, let's have a look at what's going on Earth. So last time we captured ourselves an alien, and we've deciphered their language. And that's all pretty exciting stuff. India, looking great. We've got a little bit of a drop in our monthly investment points. A little bit of drop in science. Our cohesion is dropping. Everything else is on the up and up. I don't think it's too bad. Pakistan kind of remains the best place in the world to live at the moment. Hey, Moscow, going good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. And then China, we just unfortunately have massive problems with cohesion in China. It's going to take a really long time to fix that. But we are working on it slowly but surely. Our biggest concern at the moment is our low boost income, because we focus on mission control. And we are still massively over on control points, which we are working on slowly by leveling up our agents. Yeah, the inequality is a big problem. These two are both huge issues. Inequality is going down, but cohesion is not going up. I might need to invest more into like government and unity to try and fix this, because this is a big issue. Welfare, we do have quite a lot going into welfare at the moment. Although the game thinks we should have more. Oh no, that's just telling us that there is high inequality. I don't think if I was to go like 3 in here, it's not going to change the icon. No, it's not. So we're investing 14% of our investment points into welfare, 14% into knowledge. We could probably actually, you know what? We could probably afford to drop knowledge for now. Our science is already very strong. We're probably okay with putting a little bit more into welfare. Mission control remains a priority, though. We really do have to get mission control under control. In terms of science, we are still in control of 2 sciences. At the moment, it's self-repairing software and advanced missile warfare doctrine, both of which are under it for us. We're working on into worst case. Okay, yeah, we don't want to hit government 7 and democracy. That's right. We have to climb that all the way up out of the thing. But welfare is definitely a good one for now. Hydra interrogation is going to take some time, but this is a big tech that I want to get done. Targeting computer 2 is on the way. We can refit our ships that are in construction with a level 2 when it comes up, and Orion drive. I think we're waiting for. Are we waiting for Orion drive? Or are we actually constructing ships right now? We're actually constructing ships right now. What are the engines we put on them in the end? Where's our ship classes? We put the paper shredder class is running. How do I look at the ship? If I just want to look at it, I guess I need to upgrade it, and it'll show me here. We're running teardrop drives. That's right. We're running teardrop drives on these for now, which is fine. So we've got the paper shredder, which is 2 40mm autocannons, as much nanotube armor as we can stick on the front of an escort, and we also have the Xerxes class, which is running 4 Copperhead missiles, which are the best ones we can at the moment. And then we'll upgrade these to have targeted computer 2s once we have them researched. We currently have under construction 3 Xerxes class monitors. We may be able to get Paper Shredder Mark IIs under construction, so I haven't queued them up yet. And we're going to start kicking the aliens out of Earth orbit. I don't think there's any aliens in... There are aliens in Earth orbit right now, so that is something we need to pay attention to. In terms of long-term game plans, our plans for Earth, we need, I think, 80% or something insane of Earth's population to be under our control. Now, we have a considerable amount of the Earth's population because we control China and India, which is one of the reasons I kind of headed for India at the start of the game, although I didn't really talk about it a lot of the time. One of the best places to pick up a lot more population is Africa, so we may look at once again forming the caliphate, but doing the African side of it properly this time. And we'd probably start off with Nigeria. It is a really good place to kick off, or we'd go Eastern Coast with Ethiopia. But these are things for a long time in the future. Before that happens, we probably look at picking up Japan. We might want to pick up the Koreas. We might want to pick up Taiwan. I'm not 100% sure about the direction I want to take things. We're going to have to see how the rest of the world plays out and how things look. Our one advantage right now is we're under the aliens' radar at the moment, though once we start blowing up their ships, that is going to change. We currently have nothing under construction. Probably separated in the previous update. Okay, that's good to know. Let's have a quick check to make sure none of our agents have level ups. So Bruce Wayne is close to a level up and has availability to pick up some stuff. What do we have unassigned? Just Hickory Laboratories. I really want to get this re-equipped. That plus 50% energy research is really nice. His admin is base 19 at the moment. It will take a long time, Salty, but this is, unfortunately, to win as the Academy, you need a lot of people. Robusto Combusto does not have a level up at the moment. Boba Fett Cairn does not have a level up at the moment. Tanka Lelek does have a level up. His admin is base 17. His persuasion is base 14. What track is this? Oh, this is from Hades. So, is it too loud? Is the music too loud? I can turn it down. I just want background music while I'm playing. So the question is, what do we do here? Do I level up his admin or his persuasion? I don't really... Both of these will help with control points. Admin, command, and persuasion are all the important stats. His persuasion is the most useful one. He is at 25 admin, but if I get him naturally to 25 admin, I can get rid of these ones that are supporting him. I could also just get his command up. We could get his security up as well. He is the only person who can't hide, so having a higher security would be quite good for him, but getting security up doesn't help us with control points, and I think I want to push control points. I think I'm just going to level his persuasion up for right now. And that gets us a little... We're up to 470. It is feeling a little bit less dangerous. Steve Jobless hasn't got anything for us. And that's it. That's everybody. Okay. So missions at the moment are a little bit dry. Robusto will continue to fight aliens. They are everywhere. Unrest is at 1.5 in China, 1.7 in India, and 0 in Pakistan. So I don't think I need to do any work on bringing down unrest. And I have Boba Fett Cairn, Tanka Lelek, and Steve Jobless permanently advising these 3 countries. Let's get Bruce to continue to just do investigation work, because that levels him up.
Nice on target.
And that's everybody. There's not a lot for our counselors to be doing right now. While we're this over the cap, there's not a ton there. We are currently in October. We will need to remember to do direct investment in December. We got through about a year last stream. How long are these ships going to take to build? 44 days. So we're not that far away from launching our first fleet. Let's unpause the game. Let's speed up the game, and let's get moving.
Lending my expertise.
Offering counsel.
One thing I want to look at... Okay.
Support.
Space Force of the Protectorate defeated Project Exodus in a battle near Earth. Project Exodus lost 1 ship. So Project Exodus might have a pretty nasty fleet. I want to have a look at that fleet. The Papa 7 fleet is 2 Riga-class corvettes, which have 10-inch cannons and a light ion battery. I've never seen anyone use ion weapons in this game before. The Pretoria class, which has 2 Artemis torpedo launchers. The Sibili class, which has a 10-inch cannon and a 40mm autocannon. And the Riga, which has a 10-inch cannon. Looking at the ammos in these ships, it looks like the escort with the missiles is what wiped out the Protectorate fleet. So they probably didn't have enough point defense. That's a product which is for civic components. Interesting. That might be an interesting strat to play around with. Okay, you did an investigate. Good work. That should... Wait, hang on. He's just hit 20 XP, so we might as well level him up now. I'm hoping to have been learning. We'll have ships built in 44 days in-game. And I do intend to, pretty much as soon as I've got escorts built, try and challenge the aliens in Earth orbit. All we need to do is hit them with an overwhelming missile barrage, and we will be able to do a lot of damage to them. Okay, his investigation is at 25, his admin is at 25. I could either push his admin up further, so I can offload things like Volpaica Financial, or I could put up his security, which would then fix this. I think the at the moment the priority is to clear down our deficit of control points. So I'm going to level his security up for the moment. Is there anything else I can? There's actually quite a lot of stuff he can pick up, but we're just going to go for. This is a little bit heavy, I think. This track. I think Hades might be a little bit too much for Terra Invicta. Let's just... There you go. That's a little bit more our jam. Survivor. Is Survivor? Yeah, Survivor is here. Hang on. I want to see what Survivor does. Very hard to kill in a nuclear war. Oh, yeah. That just gives +1 security. A wonderful pick. Thank you, Kite. Hey, Winterwolf. How's it going? Good to see you. Cool. That's us up to... That hasn't actually changed this because that's right in the middle of a turn. I think it'll take effect next turn. Particles can destroy components. After that, you can auto-resolve to actually destroy the ships. That's an interesting strategy. Oh, we're not actually going at full speed. Crackdown in Singapore by the Protectorate. And we've got another alien fleet inbound as well. Unable to increase unrest. I was unable to increase unrest in North Korea. Awesome game, Winterwolf. Boom. Victor 117 has completed orbit. What is Victor 117? It's a frigate and a cruiser. They currently have no operation assigned.
Target secure.
Good work, Robusto. The reason Ghost is the stats won't change until the next turn. Is why nothing looked like it happened there. Targeting Computer 2 is done. Wonderful. What do we want to research next? There's a lot of stuff to pick up here. We're not using lasers yet, but when we do, good morning, Ver. How are things in Brazil today? Thanks for tuning in. So laser engine is not to grab right now. We could probably look at getting the heavy fission pile. This will help us down the road. Let me just confirm there's nothing else absolutely desperate we need to grab before I do that. No, I am going to grab heavy fission piles. We need that research done. That also means I can come into here and we can upgrade our ship. So we're going to upgrade the paper shredder to have targeting computer 2. So let's obsolete the targeting computer 1 and put the targeting... Oh, wait. The paper shredder doesn't actually take a targeting computer. It has a heat sink instead. Okay, that's fine. The only ship we need to upgrade then is the Xerxes class. So I'm going to hide obsolete. No, I want to... How do I hide my obsolete? I thought this was the... Doesn't matter right now. I want to install a targeting computer 2. And this is a valve refit, so I want to save this as the Xerxes Block 2. Save design. Yes. Then we go back to ship classes and we obsolete the Xerxes. So we're already up. The ship is already obsolete before it's been built. The one we have built. That's another terror attack in Mexico. That's a lot. I think there was like 4 back-to-back terror attacks in Mexico last stream. How is xenoforming looking over there? What is the current state of this place? If we have a look at xenoforming level. Okay, there's no xenoforming level showing in Mexico. It is run by the Protectorate at the moment. I wonder if that has anything to do... I love how they have 1 investment point in a develop atomic bomb for 1% income there. I don't think there's any stats I can see. Oh, there is alien activity here, which is the... alien attacks just move control points to Protectorate. Okay, so they're using terror attacks to take over Mexico. That's really interesting. I've never seen them really do that before. Okay. Aliens are building stuff. I'm gonna take a sip of tea. Bruce Wayne needs to go to ground, I think. Every single faction is aware of him. So I think that's what he's going to do this turn. For sure. So let's get Bruce Wayne to go to ground. If you... Yeah, where's go to ground? Go to ground. You can go to ground in glorious, sunny... Changsha. Go to ground here.
Evading pursuit.
Robusto Combusto will need to investigate the alien activity in Tijuana this turn, and everyone else will just continue to advise. Let's confirm assignments and on pause. The Ferrosite Liability Theory Project, we don't need to worry about that right now.
Offering counsel.
Offering.
Lending my expertise.
Offering. How does that say that? Offering counsel. It sounds American even though it's supposed to be Irish. Another alien fleet coming to low Earth orbit. which is 2 frigates. Okay. We're definitely going to have to start kicking. The aliens are just treating Earth as a refueling spot at this stage. Crackdown on... Okay, Project X. Every time I see Project Exodus, I panic a little bit because our last campaign was Project Exodus. So I'm so used to Project Exodus being us. Public campaign mission in China failed. Oh, we should actually take a look at public opinion in China. Oh, heavy fission... Wow, that was fast. Okay, heavy fission piles are done, which isn't something we need that much, but it unlocks heavy fission reactor arrays, which are something we want to research. In the meantime... What else have we got here? We've got exotic materials, which is one we need to knock out, but I'm going to save that for... we can surveil on their own. Okay, that's probably a reinforcement. I'm not too worried about Akhan Barat at the moment, because from what I understand we're going to need to do is we'll need to get India to declare war on Pakistan, and then invade Pakistan, and then conquer Pakistan in order for us to bring Pakistan into India. And I'm not going to do that just yet, although it would probably fix our control point issues. I want to wait till the mission control is built before I do that. Solar Mirrors repair bays, I'm not too worried about right now. In-situ resource utilization module does give us dry hole and lucky strike events increasing. It's only 1,000 research points. I am tempted to get it just out of the way. We haven't done anything with Marines yet, but I'm going to hold off on that for the moment. Liberty Mainland China is 40,000 research. We're not looking at that right now. Exec privilege is -3 on crackdown against us. Op centers give us mission control, something we need but not right now. 37. Today is a pleasant, somewhat chilly day. Great morning to enjoy your stream. That's very kind, Kavert. We're going to hit 26 degrees this week, which doesn't sound crazy, but for Australia and Melbourne at this time of year, this is essentially our November. And to hit that higher temperature is a bit weird. Maglev is an economy investment. Battery farms is environment. I mean, environment investments aren't bad. We're trying to invest quite heavily into China at the moment. Do I have anything that's going to help us with our inequality? Not really. Global listing, +1 investigation when our aliens are detecting aliens. If we're going to be fighting a lot of humans, ECM is good to grab, but we're probably not going to be doing that. National investment points we directed knowledge increased by 10% is nice, but for 5,000, I don't think I want to go for that right now. Just hostile takeovers. Said no. These are all claim stuff that I'm not interested in right now. We look at a random project we furiously failed to trigger. It is interesting. The thing is, how do I know if it didn't trigger? That's the problem. Like, what are the chances of this getting us Pegasus drives? I don't know. Excuse me. I think I'm just going to knock out... I was looking at it a second ago. I think I'm just going to knock out something small for right now. I want to just get the life science research. Just get all my tier 2 research centers, because although we're not using this, this is a prerequisite for the tier 3. So let's get that going. Okay, I'm not really feeling the Hades music.
Here's what
Hades
we've
34. 34 is hot. Sticky as well, I'm guessing. Low Earth orbit cleanup. Our space mission planners are concerned about the increasing amount of debris in low Earth orbit. They have taken the initiative to drop a few proposals to use our spare near-Earth space capability to deorbit some of this debris. Not only would it alleviate some of the risk faced by our ships and HABs in low Earth orbit, we could very easily portray it as a public service to the world. So we can say we can't afford to do it and nothing happens. We can allow a modest campaign, which costs us 2.5k and 25 boost, which gets a debris reduction by 1, grants public opinion boost. Authorized and extensive is going to cost us 5k and 50 boost, which reduces debris by 3 and grants a public opinion boost. Unfortunately, we can't go for the ground to orbit laser brooms because we don't have any active space defenses, but I think I'm going to go for the extensive campaign for the public opinion boost, and also just getting rid of that much debris from low Earth orbit will help a lot. Temperature for the credit Bix here too. There's been no investment in the environment by our leaders. Yes, you need a mysterious spooky cabal to take over and then investigate in your country to get it fixed. Only 3 explanation dots. Let's get Robusto Combusto leveled up. So Robusto's at 25 admin as well. I've been leveling her command. Leveling her command up makes her better at her job and increases our control point capacity. Hey Diamond, how's it going? Space Shark laser beams. What? What's going on? Good to see you. I'm just going to level her command up because it just helps her do her job better. And again, the UN Office for Outer Space Affairs. Only 2% space mining bonus, but there's a lot of good stuff in there. Mission control boost. Space science research, that's actually quite good. I think I've got room for that on somebody. Oh, what do we need for this? We need... Counselor must have government. Who is my... I do have one person who's government. Robusto Combusto is government. But she is currently... She would need to lose one org to grab this, and I can move that org to someone else. So she could, for example... She could drop... She could drop Ishtar Minerals. Grab the UN Office for Outer Space Affairs. And then someone else could pick Ishtar up. We've also got Theta Laboratories here, which is basically a better version of the UN Office for Space Affairs. No, this is actually really good. Plus it's science as well. I really like this. Okay, I'm going to drop Ishtar Minerals. Grab the UN Office for Space Affairs. And then we'll give Ishtar to someone else so I don't lose out on the space mining bonus. Okay, no one else has a level up? No. Cool. Okay. Bruce Wayne has done his hiding from the enemy. So let's get him back to investigating people. Whoops, that's not what I want him to do. I want him to do this. This person here is unknown. Investigate them.
Investigating target.
And then Robusto Combusto just needs to go back to fighting the aliens that are popping up. Does anyone else need to go to ground?
I'm here.
I don't think at the moment they don't. Oh, actually, we need to defend India. I almost missed that. We will get... Can Bruce defend? Yeah, we'll get Bruce to defend India this turn.
Making things safe for our people.
And I did tell him to defend India. I did. Let's confirm assignments. And we will zoom out and unpause. We're in November, so let's make sure we don't miss the time limit for our direct investment. And we're getting really close to our first batch of ships getting off the dry docks. We'll need some escorts before they can hit anything, though. And they'll need to upgrade, too. I was taking a sip of tea. Rosa may need to go to ground. She's well known. Okay, we'll have a look at her next turn. Yeah, she's well known to. She's not well known to any factions I'm particularly worried about right now. The Protectorate don't hate us. Oh, the servants don't like us though. Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe we'll probably worth getting underground. Increase popularity of the servants in India. That's annoying. And introductions in Kaliningrad. Okay, so they're kicking off in Russia now as well.
Score 1 for the good guys.
But Robusto Combusto is continuing to murder them left and right, which I'd love to see. Constructions of the Xerxes-class monitor Goddard at low Earth Orbit 1 has been completed. The ship of the fleet UNN-1 is docked at the Moira Reenactment Society and awaiting societies. Hey, the morale is going. We do have low ASP and security across the board, so already our defense is not being at war, yeah. Okay, and then the other ones will be built. Fourier and Tanyun. So let's pause the game. We've got our first fleet. Let's set our ships up. So the first ship that gets built gets renamed to the name of the Mont class. That's the special reward it gets. So this is not the Goddard. This is the Xerxes. Okay, the music's actually... You know what? I'm surprised I'm going to say this. Music's actually annoying me. I'm going to go back to the Terra Invicta music. So this is the Xerxes. Let me just turn the music back on. I thought it would be good, but I think I'd just rather have the Terra Invicta music playing. Okay, let me know if that's high enough. Now, we need other ship names. Let me remind myself what the command is, because I haven't used it enough. Act command, it is... Rules, wow, reset. What does that command do? I don't want to find out and do it by accident. Oh, the puppy has just come in. She's stolen one of my socks, but I'll let her have it. Where is the command I'm looking for? Is it roll? I think it's roll. Is that right? Sorry, everybody. I should have checked this command. Once I get better at it. Yes, okay. So if I do... Whoops, no, I do not want to quit the bot. If I do ! roll ship... Excellent. I got a JSON error. After parsing a value and unexpected characters encountered, I think I just have an error in the file. I will quickly fix that because I want to use this. I was updating it before the stream, and I think I've just put an error in it. Names, open in Notepad. That's a complicated ship. It is. Okay, let's have a look. I basically probably don't have a comma somewhere. I'm probably missing a trailing comma. Or I have one too many commas. Aha, found it. I think... No, I don't actually think that is a problem. Let me just check ship names. Ah, I see what the problem is. I've got a comma inside a... I can't believe I spotted that. Save. And then we'll try that again. So if I do exclamation mark roll ship... Line 550. Okay, let me check again. I like that it's just outputting the error. It's very bad that it's outputting the errors to chat. Probably not something I should be doing. I'll have to fix that. So line, at least it's telling me what line the error is on. Buy one, get one free battleship is fine. Nope, again, I've got the comma inside the quotation marks. Save. I know exactly why that's happened. Okay, this will be my last time. At least a different line. Roll ship. Yay! Black Rider. Okay, we got there. So the second ship is the Black Rider. That's the name of the fleet, not the name of the ship. Black Rider. These are our first ships, everybody. Class 5 is a great name class. Class 5, Path Class 5, yeah. That is a great name. And then, if you want these names to actually be in the list properly, you're going to need to suggest them. And then our last ship name for right now is Royal Ship. And it is the Prince of Wales. Okay. The first 3 ships of the human navy that matters. The Prince of Wales, the Black, what was it? The Black Rider and the Xerxes. Now we need a name for the fleet. So we'll do Royal Fleet. And it's tasks. Who slipped that in there? Okay. Our first fleet, the fleet that is going to defend Earth, is the infamous Task Force. Let me just make sure my capitalization is correct. Task Force Varyag, which is such a great callback. Okay, we just need to merge into Task Force Varyag. And then I need to quickly upgrade these guys. So let me just ship construction, refit docked ships. My Xerxes class monitors need to all be refit into the Block 2s, which will take 6 days to swap out the targeting computers on them. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay down 3 paper... Do you think 3 paper shredders would be enough? Or 2 paper shredders and another missile launcher? I think I'm kind of tempted to do 2 paper shredders and 1 more monitor. So that's gonna be 2 ships with 40 millimeters to protect the 4 ships with missiles. Yeah, already obsolete. Exactly. They were already obsolete before they finished building. More advanced targeting computers were designed while they were under construction. Hey, Demonicus, it has been ages. It's so lovely to see you. I think the earlier time is working for a lot of people, which is really great to see. Thank you for tuning in. It's awesome to see you. Same to you, Don Vincenzo, as well. It's good to see you as well. Oh, and I didn't see you there, Silver Scarrow. Thanks for joining the stream as well. I hope you're doing well. When did you sneak in? Oh, there you go. Hello, person chat. I haven't got a stream in a while. How much did you miss? You're basically joining at the right time. We're really getting into the meat of the game now. Also cost a few trillion USD just for the design. Yeah, I think I'm gonna. Do I need another? Look, I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna do 3 escorts, 3 monitors. We'll start with that. Okay, let's unpause. We've got a new army. I don't have control of the army yet, so I can't name it, but that's good. We've lost the security acro. Oh, was Pakistan unguarded? Nope. The servants just took the control point from us. Interesting. We've lost control point. So just as we've lost a control point, it didn't say we... I think it would normally tell us if we'd been cracked down. What's not cracked down? I always get the 2 mixed up. If we had been whatever the command is. So I think they've just taken it from us. So we'll have to steal it back. That shouldn't have happened with how much public opinion. Yes, look at that public opinion. They absolutely adore us. So yeah, we'll have to look for an alien there next turn. The servants are a continued issue at the moment, to be honest. Okay, life science research module is done. What do I want to pick up next? I'm just going to get in situ resource utilization module picked up. It's 1,000 research. It gets us more lucky strikes. Waiting for more important research to come around. Teach your planetary enemies lessons. Send them gifts from space. I don't have the technology to send them gifts from space yet. I have to research making things fall from space. But I will get there. How is the kaiju doing over here? Okay. The Somalian armed forces are still fighting their kaiju, but it is slowly going down. Although that xenoforming level, Somaliland is very alien at the moment. Faction control is the one I want. We're also not owned by anybody at the moment. Hey, Shinaville, how's it going? Alright, new turn has just kicked off. And we've now got our army under control, so we need to name the army as well. So now I can roll army. The Ghost of Tsushima is the name of this army. That's quite a name for them to pick up. Let's just Legion. Where is the army I just got? There they are. They're not the first group army. They are the Ghost of Tsushima. Sorry, the Ghost of Tsushima.
Thermal signature detected.
Indeed, that is exactly what just happened. Okay, first things first, we need to defend China. That is priority number one. Because this man has 3 military, it's going to take a while. They got halfway through it, which is quite impressive. So, Bruce, defend the entirety of China all on your own.
Securing our interests.
Actually, I might need you to do a purge. Yes, I need you to do a... No, you're the investigation guy. Who's my... it's Tanka Lelek. Okay, Robusto, I would like you to go to ground, but I might not be able to do that this turn.
Acknowledge.
That's what came up. Tsushima is what came up in the name. Tsushima. It's Tsushima, not Tsushimu. Whoops. Tsushima. Thank you, Kite. Okay. So I want to get Tanka Lelek to... not Tanka... Have I gone crazy? Has Tank Lelek lost the ability?
I'm here.
To Crackdown. No, Crackdown is investigation, and Purge is espionage. That's right, it's espionage. So it's Steve Jobless. I want to purge this control point. Oh, I lost my mind there. I hope you get an Italian white man who's an excellent statesman and military general. Name him rubber boating Gorilla Glue. That's great. Hey, Dragon Core, how's it going? Hey, first, not Unicorn Lord, but still glad I caught your life. Awesome. Well, I'm glad you're here. We are currently fighting aliens for control of the world. I'm gonna invest quite a lot of influence in this because they're probably going to defend the control point. So I'm going to put in 64 influence. We've got so much public opinion here that this should be on our side.
Targeting the opposition.
What I'm actually thinking about doing is I'm also going to crack down this control point. Because if they defend it, I need to make sure that they don't hold it. So I'm going to crack down the control point as well. And I'm going to get Robusto to defend China. That way I can just make sure that they don't get a chance to properly hold on to this control point. So I've got a crackdown and a purge hitting it. I've got a defense here. That's everything we need right now. Let's confirm assignments for the turn and unpause. I'm pretty sure it's not necessary, but I don't mind taking one action to make it happen, just in case.
Safe for our people.
I'm hedging my bets.
Offering support.
Okay, that's another alien fleet in Earth orbit. We're not quite ready to fight them yet. Our Xerxes, our ships are now back in orbit, but we've lost the name of the fleet, so I'm gonna have to rename the fleet. So let me just join you in N5, close. Join you in N6, close. Okay, they're all in one fleet now. Let me just make sure the game is paused. And let me rename this to Task Force Varyag, which is our defense, which is the Earth defense fleet at the moment. Combat power of 35. I wonder how that stacks up against, if we just have a quick look. If I have a look at fleets, all factions, except I'd love, human factions, wonderful. Okay, can I see combat value? So, Project Exodus has a fleet with a combat value of 100. They definitely have the servants have a fleet combat value 142. What is this fleet? Whoa, jeez. What are they doing? 10-inch cannon, 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 torpedoes. So these are the only two really scary ships in this fleet. There's a lot of human fleets in orbit, which I'm not used to. Okay, an alien vessel has a crash land in Vietnam. So that's the alien agent to replace the one that we captured. Weak against large numbers. Yes, we're geared up to fight the aliens, not geared up to fight other human factions. Okay, we conducted a successful crackdown on the servants in Pakistan. We're good at foot and tracks. We're absolutely abysmal in terms of naval supremacy. It really is, probably. Increased popular support for the servants in China. It now stands at 31%. That was a critical success. We still have a lot of public opinion in our favor, but I don't like how much public opinion the servants have in China still.
Our people have taken control.
And we've got the control point back. Let me just make sure that Pakistan's all sorted on terms of this. Okay, we need to defend Pakistan next turn. That was annoying. Stupid servants. The servants have just flipped Brazil to themselves. Does that massively put them over their control point cap? No, it hasn't. Wow. God, how are they doing what they're doing with so little control points? We have 471, and we're struggling. And, like, the servants have America and a bunch of other places. They have all of America. They have all of Brazil, although they've instantly abandoned it, actually. They've instantly abandoned half of Brazil. Hey, Jack Lucy. Yes, I do spend a lot of my time defending Earth against aliens. It does seem to be something I just use up all of my spare time doing. I don't know why, but thanks for tuning in. Another fleet heading for low Earth orbit. The good news is I don't think the humans can threaten any of our space stations. We need a propaganda campaign to strengthen our sector in Pakistan. We also need to rally Russia to contest the servant hold. I would love to pick Russia up, but we just do not have the control point capacity to take any other countries right now. It's a seriously hard cap on what we're doing at the moment. Okay, let's get you to defend Pakistan to make sure that control point is defended again.
Things safe for
Let's get Robusto
Ready.
to investigate alien activity. I do want to go to ground with her, but there's too much stuff going on. I want to start with the UFO crash site in
We'll see
Hanoi.
what we can find.
And then I'm going to get Steve Jobless to
Reporting
investigate the inactivity in Russia. And then he can go back to advising next turn. We're going to confirm assignments this turn. We're about to complete one of the big research projects. So self-repairing software, actually that's going to complete on the 29th of January. Do not let me tick over into a new year without doing a direct investment. Also, give me 2 seconds. The dog is trying to work out how to cover herself with a blanket on her own, and she hasn't got hands. So I'll do it for her. Do you want me to wrap you up, you silly puppy? So why is my sock in your bed? You don't normally steal socks. Alright, here's your blanket. Good girl. There you go. Now she's cozy. Oh. Tank to public sea on China. What? You set an alarm last stream. I hope I did. We're going to find out if it. What do you mean by tank to public sea in China, Cavera?
laying the groundwork.
Tank to public sea. Oh, you're talking about public opinion, yeah? Quantity is everything about in most cases. One exception is the Polish winged hussars. In one battle, they won 440,000, and that was heavy cavalry. What dog do you have? She is a bull Arab staffy cross. So imagine a staffy with really long legs. She's a rescue, and she's a big goofus. We've completed the in-situ resource utilization module. Dry hold events are less likely to occur in our mines. Lucky strike events are more likely to occur in our mines. And we can build the ISRU, which could be useful. Alright, what else do we need? I'm thinking about getting battery farms done, just to help out China and its environmental investment. I don't have anything else to research right now. I don't want to tie up too much research. All of these enthrall defense at the very bottom. Ferrocite liability. Yes, let's actually get ferrocite liability. That's a great suggestion. That was something that one of the guys suggested earlier on as well. That is something we need to pick up, because the enthralling is what could be causing problems to us.
Securing our control.
Cool, Pakistan is defended.
I will help them.
There's so many alien stuffs going on in the inner solar system at the moment. Public campaign. I got you, Kavera. No, it's all good. Thank you. I caught what you meant. We increased population for the servants in India. Jeez, they've got 33 support in India as well. We're going to have to do some public campaigning in India and China next turn. Okay. Dividend payout. Steve Jobs' investments have borne fruit. Good job, Steve. So, gets us $2,000. It's better than nothing. United States of America under control of the service has declared war on Mexico. We need the Orion drive pronto, since we have Middle Eastern launch sites. This will significantly increase our travel presence. Oh, so the interrogation can provide fuel for the Cold War with the Hydra. Yes. Interrogation is ongoing. I've learned some useful information. Okay, that's just got... So, both investigations are done. We've got... Orion drive is about to complete. Hydra interrogation is going to complete next. These two are going to take a year to complete, unfortunately. Okay, 16th of December. We're fine at the moment. We're going to need to do some public opinions on Earth. So, on Earth at the moment, public opinion is... It's actually, like, okay. I just don't like how high it's getting. We're not like in desperate need to do public campaigning, but I feel like we should. So let's get Tankalelik is our best public campaigner to do a little bit of public campaigning in China.
I will tell our story.
And then our next best
Ready to
persuader
Standing by for orders.
really doesn't
Where do you need
exist. It's
Your orders?
technically Robusto Combusto, but Robusto
What's the
Combusto needs to fight aliens.
We're going in.
Bruce Wayne
Ready for my mission.
needs to investigate counselors. If we could find that alien, it would be great.
Initiating surveillance.
Steve
At
Jobless
your service.
could actually do public campaigning in... Oh god, no he couldn't. He's not good enough. Good call to software self-repair. That leads to electronic hardware, introduction of newer tech and hardware. Yeah. I think there was a reason. I think I'm actually taking it over from somewhere. I think this is it's a prerequisite to something I was looking at last stream, which I'm going to have to re-explore when we get there. So he can't really public campaign in India. I'm more worried about losing China than India at the moment. Let's just get him to go back to... I'll get him to advise China because China currently isn't being advised
Offering counsel.
by Tank. So Bob
Reporting in.
is doing India and you're doing China.
Acknowledged.
Okay. Sixth agent slot. Thank you, Sol. Yes, we're doing it to get our sixth agent. That's right. Let's confirm our assignments for the turn. Keep an eye on the date. Our next batch of ships will be live in 45 days. So 2035 we'll have our first combat fleet. But we're not going to stop. We're probably going to get stomped.
my expertise.
I think the first couple of times we sally out, while I get used to combat again. But I'm not going to sit on my laurels and just build up a massive fleet. Okay, we've got Orion drives. So I need a sip of tea. They said it was madness, but the dream of detonating nuclear bombs to push a ship through space can be realized. So if you don't know what an Orion drive is, it's one of those Cold War hilarious things. It is a ship propellant where we, as it says in the description here, detonate nuclear devices behind the ship to push it forward. Is the easiest way to describe it. Hey, many headed missteps. It's fantastic to see you. Thank you so much for being here. So, first of all, what are we researching next? 80mm combat threats. We now have some solid size 1 low orbit ships. Yeah, we're going to have to... Again, the ships we're building right now are already going to be... what's the word? Obsolete. First of all, we need a new main research. Maximum combat acceleration on humans increase 0.5 Gs if the ship's propulsion system allows it. Completion may unlock the following technologies: astronaut fitness regimen. I'm quite tempted to see what the astronaut fitness regimen gets us. I've not seen this one. Like the 3-body problem with the probe. Yes, exactly like that, Jakalushi. Exactly like that. Mobile Space Science Lab. I mean, yes, but I don't have a lot of use for it right now, but I will in the future. We could get some stuff from not Pakistan. Rail, we need rail cannons, so better yet start training our Marines. We've got rail batteries, which I'm happy with at the moment for our layered defense arrays. This is why I like chat, right? Because you'll have different opinions on what we should research, and I find it much easier than just kind of staring at the research screen. Hey, Tafesy Fresh, how's it going? Good to see you. Thanks to you as well for tuning in. Scientific team joins the crew, enabling the ship to prospect space bodies for suitable base sites from interface orbits, and granting a 5% bonus on space science research as long as the fleet is not docked at a hab or in the Earth Luna system. So that's useful. I mean, it's a very quick research. Rail or lasers helps with ground bases. Yeah. It might be worth getting us a little bit further down rails for the ability to attack from space. What? Start with supply depot. The supply depot I'm not too worried about right now because our ships should have enough. Actually, I mean, supply depot's with 300. Let's just get supply depot knocked down. It's a 300 research. It's going to take 2 seconds. Let's just get that done. Okay, now, we now have Orion drives. So, I don't think we can refit our ships to Orion drive ships. I'm pretty sure. They said it was madness. I'm pretty sure I can't refit to the Orion drive. I don't think that's a valid refit. So I'm going to have to rebuild the ships from scratch with Orion drives. So let's clear. Let's just come out of this. Come back in. Let's clear the designer. Hang on. I want to close this. I don't want this to be a paper shredder block 2. Actually, I do want it to be the paper shredder block 2. One thing I want to check though is the DV on this. So combat acceleration is 90. Is this combat acceleration? Delta V is 9.2 kp. Not yet, but you can start pioneering fleet first, like QR for Orions. Yeah. Also, with Orion, you can easily get max G acceleration, which heavily boosts your missiles and rails. Yeah, we want fast little ships. So, I'm going to build a new ship in the ship designer, we're going to be using the Orion drive. This is going to be an escort. I want one. I can only you only get one drive. That's right. They count as the whole lot of them. I'm going to hold propellant tanks for the moment. Power plants. I obviously need to use the molten coefficient reactor 3. Radiators. We use a twin droplet. Utility modules. I'm going to go for a vectored thrusters. And I mean, last time I used a heatsink. Do we really need a heatsink on the ship? Is your opinion Orion drive exactly works? Because in space there's no shockwave, mostly radiation, mostly thermal. I am not enough of a physicist to even attempt to explain how the Orion drive works in space, Demonicus. I'm sorry. Greetings from Insomnia. Thanks for all the great content. Hey, Morak. Greetings to you too. Thank you for tuning in. We can take the heatsink. I don't think it's really that worth it. And of course, the venerable, most advanced weapon system that humanity has, twin 40mm autocannons, will be the ship's main armament. We need to slap some armor on here. We will, of course, be going with nanotube. We will go for max armor on the front, because this way, point towards enemy is our doctrine. 1 in the middle. I'm going to put 2 on the back. I don't really need it, but we're going to put it there. Throw radiation pulse that impacts pusher plate. There we go. That sounds pretty valid to me. I want to now get the propellant tank. So we can't add more engines to the Orion drive. It counts as one large engine. But we will propellant tanks up. So now this is matching the original design with a delta V of 9.6. But we have a combat acceleration of 3 Gs and a cruise acceleration of 83.1 millig's. We could probably go for more than 4 propellant tanks, though. We could probably get this up to having enough propellant tanks to do a little tour of the solar system without it being too expensive. I mean, I could go for 24 kps, but I don't think that gets us too far. If I wanted to transfer, let's say I wanted to transfer to the inner asteroid belt. This is around Luna, Mars, and that's the outer. So this is the... There's actually not that much stuff here. There's more stuff here. But if I wanted to come out to, say... What's past here? Ceres, Hygiea. Yeah, like this is all asteroid belt area. Anything before Jupiter and Saturn, this is all the way out. This is as far as what? Each cool second 0.5 fissils. Ugh, that is a lot. But say I wanted to go for, I don't know, we'll just pick Hygiea as our main option here. Oh, sorry, damn it. That's our destination is Hygiea. So our select origin. I actually want our origin to be Earth. It would be Moira Reenactment Society. Our destination would be Hygiea. We would need 24 kps for a one-way trip. High Orion is interplanetary. Okay. So we actually have enough kps for a one-way trip out into the solar system, into the belt, which is something to have. I don't think we need that much kps though. Especially as each of these, this is 6 fissils to build. We get 10 fissils a day. 10 fissils a month, sorry. Time to arrival. Time to arrival is 81.9 weeks. If I speed that, okay, yeah, as fast as I can do is 81.9 weeks. So it's not that fast. That's actually pretty fast. I mean, this thing could get to Jupiter if I do an extreme Jupiter orbit, it could get to Jupiter in 102 weeks. That's what? How many years is that? 72. That's a year. It's like a year and a half. It's not terrible for this early on in the game. I mean, we're not going to do that. Maybe don't build an expendable bullet sponge that costs half your monthly fissils income. Yes. What I was about to say was this ship does not need to go that far. This ship just needs to cruise around Earth. So we're going to drop... Okay, it's 2 years. Sorry, my maths... It's late at night. We're going to drop this down to about, I would say, 6 propellant tanks. 102 weeks is almost 2 years. Thank you, Vandir. Thank you, everybody, for correcting me. That's going to cost us 3 fissils, which is still quite a lot. If I really wanted to cut corners on this thing, I could do 9.6 kps. That should be enough. Yes, it does, Murak. But you generally just ignore them. Well, no, you don't. It does. They're more. Yes, it does do launch windows and it does do orbital mechanics. So there are times of the year where it's better to launch from Mars, for example. Okay, let's. This is the bargain. This is the bargain basement bin option of this ship. So it's a paper shredder block 2. Let's save the design, and then we need to do the same thing with the. So I'm just going to make the paper shredder Mark 1 obsolete. And then we need to do this thing with the Xerxes Block 3. Yeah, it's how fast. Yeah. So let me just have a look at what we need here. We need 4 copper heads, 2 magazines, 1 targeting computer. Okay, so let's clear the designer. Xerxes Block 3. We're going to go for Orion drive. We're going to go for molten core fission reactor 3, tin droplet radiator, 2 magazines, 1 targeting computer 2. I'm checking the time again. Yeah, exactly. Shockwave though is no gas. Shockwave is a kinetic impulse that travels through gas, liquid, plasma, solid. So how do you mostly have thermal impulse that is faster than kinetic? It's definitely a weird one, Demonicus. There's a really good podcast that I was actually a guest on the podcast a year ago called Failure. Is it Failure to Launch? And it's a podcast all about. It's done by these 3 Canadian rocket engineers. And they basically look at Cold War era rocketry and afterwards. And I'm pretty certain they have a very good episode on the Orion drive, which may be the best place to find out. Oh, I forgot to check how much armor this thing had. Can anyone remember how much armor I had on the front of the Xerxes? Make it up on the spot because I don't know about Iron Drives, but I wonder if you might use a blade of metal to push a plate as your reaction mass. I thought it's mostly thermal inputs that impact. 22. No, 22 is how much I had on the paper pusher, the other one. Not much frontal armor. I think you're thinking of the other ship has a lot of frontal armor. This ship doesn't have a lot of armor. It's a squishy missile silo, exactly. It doesn't carry that much armor. Can I minimize? I don't think I can minimize this screen. Okay, I think I may have lost it, but if I check Task Force Variag right now, these things have 5 frontal armor. Thank you very much. You got there just as I got back to it. Is it still the ship designer? It is. Cool. So 5 frontal armor is what they were running. And then I want that 9 KPS Delta V. So for these, I'm going to have to run 7 propellant tanks. I want to go slightly over 9 actually, so 10 gives me 8 propellant tanks. I could probably put this up a little bit to get to 9.8, go for 7 frontal armor. That's probably the best we're going to do with the Xerxes Block 3. So the ships we have already built are already obsolete. These are much better engines than the ones we have on our existing ships. But that's fine, we'll still use them. Okay, I'm going to save this design. And that's our new attack fleet, which will replace Task Force Variag when Task Force Variag inevitably gets wiped out by aliens. But the Orion drives is a big bonus for us. Okay, he's just doing advices. Oh, so that noise in the background is the dog snoring. Denmark has completed a nuclear weapons test. Somebody gave the Danes nukes. That's not a good sign.
We've got some intel on our target.
Okay, Project Exodus Tech. I'll take a sip of tea while nothing is happening. We're on the 22nd of December. We completed a successful crackdown on the servers in Canada. Okay, good for you. That's the... she is humanity first. Okay, supply depot is complete. That was a very quick one. There's so much stuff to do, but let's get Mobile Space Science Lab kicked out because it's another quick and easy win for us in the research thing. That's dangerous. Oh, Winterwolf, that's foul.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Okay, we increased by 5%, which isn't huge. 24th, 25th. I see U.S. intervention in Denmark. I'm literally... Thank you, Happy Duckman. I'm literally sitting here staring at it. I'm going to do it right now. Okay, let's do our end-of-year funding. So, it makes most sense to invest into China. We only have 1,000 influence, unfortunately. Our influence income is really low because we are over our control point cap. So I don't want to invest too much here because it's going to take us a long time to recover it. We have a lot of cash available, which is great. But usually what I like to invest in is just straight up funding. We could probably look at investing into something a bit more expensive here. One thing that will probably help us out, we could invest in welfare. Investing in welfare would help with the inequality we're dealing with in China, which is a big problem. Once we get the inequality in China under control, it'll massively just fix a lot of our problems. So the inequality is it basically drops everything. This is the thing. Shockwaves are not purely kinetic in the sense they don't require much of a physical object to facilitate the explosive force. I don't know anything about... I'm not enough of a physicist to weigh in the air. We're also kind of limited population-based influence gain. If we want to push past 200, then we need HABs, yeah. Looking at how reactors are meant to work, basically there's a shaped bomb in a confined space that is blown up into a disc-shaped cloud of plasma, which is then pushed up against the pusher plate. I think I'm just going to go... I'm going to be a coward. I'm going to go for funding, but I don't want to use all of my influence. Let's see. If I use about 500 of it, go for 24 investment. Oh yeah, I just realized how much money it was for welfare. We'll just do a half funding push. It's not very good, but I don't want to spend all of my influence. Gets us a little bit more cash. It's not a huge one this year. Once we get our control point sorted, we'll be doing better for influence. Okay, Mobile Space Science Lab is done. Woo. What else do we want to pick up here? Let's get rail cannons done. We're gonna lock out all the railguns. Start putting out railgun tech. There we go. Invest. So I did put an alarm in. Okay, our first ships should be rolling off the production line very soon. 30 days for the paper shredders. Okay, for this turn, public opinion here is, I mean, it's still, ooh, look at that giant jump of protectorate public opinion that suddenly appeared in China. Yes, a science ship that we could send to Venus and Mercury would not be a bad idea. I've never done that before. That's not a bad idea at all. Let's do our assignments for the turn and then we'll sort that out. So I am going to do another public opinion
Ready to go.
in China. I think it's worth it just to stay on top of what's going on here.
I will try to sway the public.
Bruce needs to investigate
Ready.
people. That's what Bruce does. He's the investigator guy.
Surveilling target.
Just a science ship. I thought it needs to be out of lunar orbit. I thought it said on the module kite. I'll check it in a second. I think they have to be out of our orbits to get the space science bonus. Steve Jobs has a level up. His admin cannot go over 24, so we need to stop trying to invest in it. His espionage is at 24. It's actually early. It's early Solid Snake, so I'm trying to do them at an earlier time. So that I get longer streams and they're not as... people were saying they were too late, basically. So I'm trying to make them a bit easier to get access to. Let's level his command up to try and, again, get on top of this. Okay. Anyone else going to level up? No, it was just him. Okay. Steve Jobless... What was Steve Jobless doing last turn? He was advising. He's advising in China.
Offering support.
And then Robusto Combusto, who I do want to go to ground just as...
What's up?
She's almost finished with all the aliens. So what we could do... Shockwave is connecting impulse. I'm not told about physics. I think the question is it's beyond... It's definitely beyond me. I don't want us to like go too deep down the rabbit hole of how it works. It might be something to discuss on the Discord maybe. Oh, that's obsolete the Xerxes Block 2. And the paper shredder mark. Okay, so we should only these two, and let's hide obsolete ships. I prefer the earlier ones as well, so I can watch them in class. But I only have 2 weeks of classes left before. Oh, congratulations on Snack! Congratulations on, well, you haven't graduated yet, but congratulations on almost graduating. So utility modules, the Mobile Space Science Lab. This grants a 5% bonus to space science research as long as its fleet is not docked at a hab or in the Earth Luna system. Things tend to be constructing shipyards on both Mars and Ceres. It probably is salted. We could lay those down. But what do we think about building a science vessel and sending it off to Venus? Do you need this? We could give you ships that have anything less than propellant, may repropel on any site. Probably ships use of antimatter. The in-situ resource utilization module allows ships to repropellant at unimproved hab sites to produce all raw materials used to the ship's propellant. So it can't really do anything here. Maybe I want to wait until I've got the mobile space science, until I've got the thing that deploys the space station, and I'll send this out with an ISRU and that. No protomolecule. There is indeed no protomolecule, unfortunately, to be found that we know of. The shockwave from a nuclear bomb is a result of heat and radiation from the detonation, but that energy isn't lost in space, it's just in a different form. Oh, that's a good point. We need to go to Mars low orbit. Well, we could send it to Mars to start with. We can't make it to Mercury yet either. There's actually research preventing us from going there. I forgot about that. So what we'll do is there's one more piece of research I want to pick up before we build that ship. Then we'll build one, We'll send it to Mars. It'll hang out in Mars until we can go to Venus. It'll fly to Venus, refuel at Venus, and go to Mercury. Okay, the team is ready to go. I think I agree with what Salty Frosty is saying, and we need to build a shipyard at Mars and at Ceres. Because if we do start annoying the aliens, and they come after us, we're going to need to be able to defend our most important mines, which at the moment are Mars and Ceres. So, I'm going to set a orbital up in orbit of Ceres. We're going to find that orbital. We're going to manage it. We obviously need a name for it. If you're making a selection for Venus and stuff, exactly what I was talking about, so I was like, that's the research I'm waiting for. So I'm going to do roll, is it station? No, it's roll base. I think, do we already have a Moonbase Alpha? I think we already have a Moonbase Alpha. I don't think that came out of the naming list. It's gone from it now. We'll roll again. Roll base. I just need to wait for that to disappear. I'm just going to quickly check. Do we already have a Moonbase Alpha? I'm almost certain that we do. Yeah, we do have a Moonbase Alpha. I was right. Okay. We'll roll a new one. Cloud Bank. Okay. So this is... Oh, no, I don't want to find another orbital. I want to rename this one. Let me get this off the screen. And I want to manage the station. Okay, so this is Cloud Bank. I'm going to call it Cloud Bank Ceres, just so it's easy for me to know where it is. You can just have shipyards on the surface. I like to have... exactly, Iron Blazer. See, that's exactly it. We're confusing the Hydra. I would like to have a shipyard in space here. Just because I can... well, I've already built the station, basically. I didn't think about putting them on the planet. Okay, what do we need on this? Because this is going to be our template. I don't have a template for a shipyard at the moment. We need, I think, 3 layered defense arrays. 2, 3. The other thing we don't have at the moment is we don't have fission reactor arrays. We don't have heavy fission reactor arrays. We only have fission reactors. They should be fine. So I want 3 layered defense arrays. I would like 3 shipyards. I would like a farm. And then we'll stock up on fission. I would like a nanofac if I got room for it. But first of all, let's just stack up on power. So we want 1 power. That's... we're going to need a lot of power to power this. We might have to dump one of the layered defense arrays. 255. 2 defense arrays that shoot peanuts because you have no weapons. We're working on it, Solid Snake. We'll get there. There's no one's angry with us yet. That's exactly enough power. Okay, that's going to be our template for now. I want to save this template. Okay, and then we'll do the same thing in Mars orbit. So let's jump over to Mars. My mouse making a ton of noise. I don't like it when someone calls animations and void a shockwave because shockwave and kinetic energy moving through a body. I get what it's you know what it is, Demonicus. It's essentially the fact that English is just a frustrating language. That's probably a big part of the problem. The servants have a shipyard in Mars orbit. Well, have a station in Mars orbit. That's interesting. And a few fleets hanging out. El Dorado station, and they've got Mesa Verde station all the way out of the L2 or the L3. Interesting. Well, we're gonna put a station in low Mars orbit. We need a name for it. /roll base. Lazarus Underground City, the space station. Yeah. Lazarus. It's exactly what Vandy Kazan said. It's 3 separate languages, starting on the shoulders, wearing a trench coat. It only has like... we only have like, what, 6 vowels and like 60 vowel sounds? It's so stupid. Underground City. So they'll never expect that Lazarus Underground City is in fact an orbital space station in Mars orbit. We already have Lazarus. Do we already have Lazarus? I'll rename it if we do. I also need to change this to the shipyard icon. Also, we need to change this to say Mars. Just so if there is, I'll rename it again. I've got a feeling we do actually already have a Lazarus Underground City. Yes, we do already have a Lazarus Underground City. A couple of these didn't get kicked out of the naming list. They will be kicked out of the naming list now. Oh, I just did base. Exclamation mark roll base. We definitely already have a Boring Corp central hub. Yeah. Okay. So we're just clearing some of this stuff out of the naming list. Just there was a glitch with it where it wasn't clearing names for a while. So I've inherited some of the ones that didn't get deleted. It's all good. Let's roll for the third time. There we go. It's called Mind Your Manners. For some reason, it got cut off there. But the space station is called Mind Your Manners. Where is it? Here it is. Again, they wouldn't think that a mine is a shipyard. Mind your manners. You can add color red. Yes, I used to do that. I did that. I actually color coded all of my my shipyards in the last playthrough. The Cloudbank didn't get a icon. You're not the problem at all, mishaps. It's all good. All right, shipyards are built. Ships are on their way. We're gonna have a fight this stream. Do you have a Tortuga base? Not at the moment. No. Chukeme Ugochi is no longer responding to our messages. We no longer consider this council to be working for us. Oh, he will be working for us again very soon.
Lending my expertise.
Let's make that permanent for now.
Person of interest surveilled.
We found a protectorate attorney. I'm going to have to grab a glass of water at the end of this turn, just FYI. So there'll be a hydrate break for a minute.
People will come to our side.
Public support has increased by 3%. Wow. It says it's 68. I just don't feel like it's high enough. I think what happens is other factions keep grabbing him. That's the second time that has happened. I just think he's been turned by another faction. Another alien fleet in orbit. Task Force Variag, you'll be heading out soon. You just need the rest of your reinforcements.
By the numbers.
Good work, Robusto Combusto. And that's the end of the turn. In just a second.
Enjoy your wealth and status while you
This is a big one.
friends, because it is your certain destiny to eventually put yourself out of a job.
Oh, can I? I didn't think I
Chancellor Li
could.
Qingzhao, presenting an award for AI Outstanding Case Practice.
So self-repairing software is done, which gets us a chance on rapid shield building and autonomous research groups. We need to pick our next research, and I'm pretty sure we were working towards, is it clandestine? I think I need to filtrate. I think it's clandestine agents. Clandestine cells. Is that one we already have, or is that the next one? Clandestine cell is the one we already have. It's covert operations that we're working our way towards. This gets us our additional counselor. So, in order to get that, we need quantum encryption, which we've just unlocked by getting self-repairing software. So, quantum encryption is the next one we're going to pick up. So, research, quantum encryption. This unlocks covert operations, crisis diplomacy, encrypted research systems, unlocks administrative algorithms and network global defense, and gives us a chance for command centers, reconnaissance array, covert ops, crisis diplomacy. Yeah, cool. Let's begin research on quantum encryption. I wish to make sure we stay on top of this one. I'm going to try and take over this one as well when it completes in a second too. If I go to... I'll check that in a second. Another alien fleet. Another one. What will be the job of the new operator? That's a good question. I don't know off the top of my head. I'm just working towards it because getting our 6 is important. All right, give me 2 seconds, everybody. I'm just going to run through to the kitchen. It's just 5 steps away. I just need to get a coffee distributor. We already bought the very expensive coffee machine for the International Space Station. I'm just going to grab a glass of water. I will literally be 30 seconds. I'll be right back. So I'm gonna do a little bit of shilling here for a second. I haven't done any paid partnerships or anything with anyone for anything, but I do have a pretty good relationship with Hooded Horse. Just in general, I seem to get along well with their public relations people. They like to give me early access to stuff. It's very, very cool. But 2 years ago, when Manor Lords first came out, they sent me a care package. It's the only thing I've ever gotten from anybody. They sent me a care package. Actually, before Minor Lords. This was before Minor Lords. This was earlier on. It was when Hood and Horse were still kind of getting them a thing. They sent me a care package with just some merch. And one of the things they sent me was a Yeti water bottle with the Hood and Horse logo etched on it. And it is like the best thing I've ever been sent. It is the best water bottle I've ever had. I still use it every day. It's so good. Yeah, there's some first for lore. It's the one Hood and Horse Yeti water bottle they sent me, I still use every single day. They also sent me the coziest hoodie. So thank you, Hood and Horse. But that's the only thing I've ever gotten for them, apart from an actual medieval helmet they sent me for Manor Lords as well, which I told them I would wear to PAX this year if they came to PAX Australia, because they've never come down to PAX Australia. I'm so sorry, I just needed a very big drink of water there. Okay, let's confirm our assignments for the turn. Cyberpunk Software should make a robotic battler for us. I probably wouldn't be able to beat it.
At your service.
Bruce. What is the situation of our countries? Let's just have a quick look. So we're looking at rising unrest in China. We've brought inequality down from 4.7 to 4.6, but unfortunately cohesion is also going down. A nation's cohesion represents the level of unity or conflict among the people of the nation. High values reduce unrest and improve the nation's inequality. Ability to resist occupation. Okay. Hood and Horse are a very good publisher from what I've seen. Dealing with them, and I've only dealt with their public relations people, has been very pleasant. Very, very pleasant. The only other people I've dealt with a little bit are Micropros, but that's much more hands-off than Hood and Horse are. Hood and Horse in general have been very open and happy to chat with me about stuff, which I really, really like. I have not dealt with Slytherin or even heard from them at all, but I have played some Slytherin games in the past. Okay, so China's looking okay. India, we've got rising unrest in India. So what we need to do is we need to stabilize the nation, which comes off the command stat. Now, Robusto,
Ready for orders.
once she's finished fighting, she's never going to finish fighting the aliens, unfortunately.
Taking it to them.
But I would like her to
At your
do
service.
some work on bringing down the unrest in
Ready to go.
in India. I mean, Bruce can do it a little bit,
We'll make
but he's
things
never
safe.
going to be as good as her.
Your orders?
I'm just going to keep public opinion. I'm just a little bit worried about something happening
must persuade the
in
people.
China regarding public opinion. Ghost, I don't think you can repeat an alarm across years. I think I can just set it for 1 year, unfortunately. There's only an option to set the year, but not for it to repeat. While I'm in here, though, December 29th, we need to invest. Just so I don't forget it. Okay. For start of the series, were you boosting China's economy? No, we only very recently took China, Demonicus, like 2 streams ago. Once she's finished fighting the aliens in the Fighting the Aliens game, like, that's the game. When you finish fighting the aliens, that's the end of the game. That is true. That is very true. She will never be finished fighting the aliens. I just meant when she had, like, 5 minutes free. When she was, like, on a break from fighting the aliens in the alien fighting game.
Order is returning.
We've moved the needle.
3% again. It's very slow. I should stop doing it because it's such that was a weird glitch. It's such diminishing returns right now to really try and do it.
DLC is secure.
Good luck, Robusto. We're very close to our ships being launched, and we can set up the next generation of ships. And as I say it, okay, our first 3 paper shredders have just left the shipyard. I need to name them. So the first ship, as always, gets named after the ship. The what's it called? The model. So it's a paper shredder class paper shredder. New obsolete ships, yes. But the second 2 need names out of the naming list. So I need to go roll ship. And we get the Indomitus Terra. That's a very big name for a very little ship. Indomitus. Is this actually from 40k? This name ship? Don't. I will not forget to queue. Don't worry. Is a chance you'll play Rule the Waves 3 on stream. I've never played any of the Rule the Waves games. I would have to have a look into it. My biggest issue at the moment is finding time to play stuff. I'm so strapped for I can't afford to stream all the time. So I have to target when I'm streaming very high, and I try to focus on games that I'm really going to enjoy playing, because it's, in general, they're going to be games that I spend a lot of time on. So I would need to have a look at Rule the Waves. It's the one where you design ships, right? I think I watched someone play like Roll the Waves 1, like on like a forum-based Let's Play. Roll Ship, not ships. The Accident Maker. Now that's a name for a ship. Okay. So we have our first fleet. Let's lay down our second fleet. So we're going to go with, first of all, 3 Xerxes Block 3s, which will take 120 days. We need to watch our thistles here. And then I want 3 paper shredders off the back of that. But we'll wait in case we get more updates to them. The question is, do I deploy this fleet now to attack the aliens that are in orbit around Earth? So let's see what aliens are in Earth orbit at the moment. So I want to go aliens, and I want to go Earth. So there are 1, 2, 3. There's 1 alien fleet. There's 2 alien fleets in Earth orbit at the moment. Victor 48 and Victor 49, and they are both performing surveillance. And what we want to do is we want to stop these guys from performing surveillance. Every time they complete surveillance, their research goes up, and they already have incredibly good fleets. So this is a destroyer with enhanced weapons already. Yeah, they've got enhanced mag batteries on these things. What they don't have are a lot of PDF. Attacking them now, how long will it take for them to retaliate at their outer bases? So as long as we don't hit total war, they're not really going to do anything to us. We can just push. We can actually push them off Earth a little bit without them counterattacking us too hard. If we hit total war, we're in big trouble. So we have a little bit of leeway. The other fleet here is actually damaged. It looks like one of the other factions have hit these guys. These ones aren't. These ones have been around. No, enhanced mag cannon. So they do have advanced stuff as well. They are quite high in their combat value compared to our fleet, but our job really is just going to be to overwhelm them with missiles, so that they will not be able to fight back. And then if there's anything left alive at the end of the fight, we just drill it to death. How bad is the damage? Let's have a look. How can I tell from here? One of their modules is destroyed on this ship. There's not a lot of other information here that I can see for this ship. Well, that doesn't take me back. Not much is the answer to the question, yeah. Victor 49 does. The question I'm really asking here is, once we do this, we're moving into another phase of the game. You know, like in 2020 XDX, war was declared. Demonicus, that is such a left field question to ask right now. I have in the past eaten deer, yes. A long time ago, I have had some. Is boarding a thing? Unfortunately, you can board HABs to take HABs, and you can board bases on planets as well with Marines, but you can't board other ships, unfortunately. So the question I'm asking really right now is, are we ready to start interstellar war? Do we want to wait until our next fleet? Let me just confirm something, because this is a really big one. Like, this is a really big one. Okay, do all of our space stations have? Okay, we're only dealing with 1 layer defense array per station. Some of them, this is 2. The rest all have 1 layer defense array. This place has 2 because it's got medics on it. Everywhere else just has 1 layer defense array. This is the layer defense array, if you're wondering what a layer defense array looks like. Yeah, okay. So 1 layer defense array isn't going to do very much for us at this stage of the game, especially with our current weapons research. It'll probably do absolutely fine against other human factions if they attack our space stations, but it will not do very well against the aliens. One end of the day will definitely carry. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, Spaceman, you're speaking from tragic experience, I believe. Once we get more tech, I'll be less worried. And I want to upgrade to at least 2 LDAs once we get to Tier 3 Hab Tech anyway. Just joined. How many barely good combat ships can you build in 1 month? So, good question. Our missile destroyers take 120 days to build, and our escorts take 72 to build. This is just a single skirmish. Yeah, it's just, I'm worried about the retaliation. I think I want to go for it. I think we have spent 12 streams not fighting anything. So let's just fight something. This is the kind of decision that makes me lose games. But I want to fight something. So I would like Task Force Variag to transfer to Victor 49, which is the destroyer and the escort. They can run away from us if they want to, but they're in the middle of performing a surveillance mission. So if they run away from us, the surveillance mission gets disrupted and they need to start again from scratch. If that happens, we'll go and bother the other fleet. And that's a perfect outcome for us because we don't actually get into a fight with them. And that, therefore, is issuing the full speed. Yes, you're correct. I promise I will not issue the full speed income. And hey, Alexander Dragon, how's it going? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. All right, I'm going to push the button. Robusta disagrees. Losing is fun. Exactly, Silvis. Although this is my 4th Terra Invicta campaign, I would like to finish this one. Okay, I'm going to click the button unless anyone has any objections in the next 10 seconds. 9. I'm not even going to wait 10 seconds. Boom. Button pushed. Task Force Variag has been sallied forth to engage the aliens. This is their interception profile. Variag is a name to fear. Let's hope they can live up to it. The mighty ships of the Xerxes, the Black Rider, the Prince of Wales, the Paper Shredder, the Indomitus Terror, and the Accident Maker sally forth on the 30th of January 2035 to take the war to the front lines against the alien fleet consisting of the Guiding Constellation and the Rising Haze. Let's find out what happens. And we have intercepted. Okay. Let's see if the enemy are going to engage us. Both fleets are willing to fight. Prepare for combat. God, I haven't done this in a long time.
Thermal signature detected.
Yes. You have that ready to see. Okay, I have not done this in a long time. Let's go. It is fight time. So, space fighting. Insert the Tankalelic. Actually, can someone in the Discord just very quickly remind me to add Tankalelic as a redeemable thing for streams? We really need to have it. I can't believe we've gone this long and not had it. I'm moderately worried this will end badly. Yes. Okay. So we want max starting speed for sure. We want to be going as fast as possible here. I want to go for close formation, actually tight formation, and I want to go for a small short wall. So I want everything kind of mixed in together, but I wanted to do like a... So my paper shredders are here. I just want to swap... I want to put one paper shredder here. I can't remember how to swap these. I think I click, and then I click. No? How do I swap these again? This is how long it's been since I've done this. I want to swap these two ships around in the formation. Oh, they are both... So I want to put the Prince of Wales here. There we go, that's it. And I've got you, and I want to put you... Actually, yeah, that's fine. So I've got a paper shredder, a paper shredder, and a paper shredder. So we're coming in full speed ahead. We're going to launch basically much everything we have at the destroyer, and then we're going to try and hit the frigate as hard as we can. I think that's everything we need to do. There's no fancy tactics here. We're just charging straight at the enemy. Let's confirm. And we are in combat. So the destroyer is our primary. Oh, did I accidentally commit a war? It has a mag cannon, a torpedo bay, and a laser turret. And the Rising Haze has a mag battery and a laser battery. Go for the eyes. What I'm thinking is 2 monitors are going to fire at the destroyer, and 1 monitor is going to fire at the escort. I feel like that's just the way to go. I'm going to order the paper shredders to go full speed ahead. I'm going to put them in a group together, and then, to be fair, the A started it. They did. God, I'm actually really nervous. The Rising Haze is right in front of us, which is a bit of a problem, but I think I'm just going to fire all missiles at the Constellation, and I am going to get you to fire at the Haze. Do I want to hit the... It's an escort. We're going to fire everything at the destroyer. We'll do drive-bys with the escorts on the way back. Do I need to accelerate? Let me just make sure. You are on missile. You're on primary attack mode. Perfect. There's new commands in here. Shift cycle all weapons of this type on the ship. Cycle specific weapons of the ship on the class. Cycle all weapons of the ship on the class. Interesting. That's all new. Full speed. Hey, you're going to be consistent. Yeah, we're rushing with autocannons. They're the best gun in the game. Best gun in the game. From previous wars. There's nothing else I can really do here. I will turn on the special maneuvers panel. Don't need it on right now. I think we just engage and see what happens. Let's go. What an auspicious song to start this with. I wish that the camera was a little bit smoother in this mode, but the bold Paper Shredder class escorts are moving in with those massive autocannons. There are buttons I can push to hide the UI. I can't remember what they are though off the top of my head. Not H. Don't know what H does. Okay, I'm going to stop pushing buttons. Do they always lock in enemy counts so the 40 millers can fire? Yeah, the 40 millers are currently on... they're currently on... I will set... actually, I'm just going to let them do their job. We're already launching missiles. Missiles are... Our first barrage of missiles is away. That's a lot of copperheads. Is that the whole... Did they fire everything already? Nope. Wait. And the autocannons are now firing. We've got incoming plasma. That's an incoming missile. Okay, that's our first point defense win. Where are our missiles at the moment? I think what I thought was missiles was 40mm shots. We haven't launched missiles yet. What do you mean, oh no, Salty Frosty? Oh no, the missiles are here. I feel like we're not firing on full auto here. I'm just going to set the fleet target to this, because we should be firing... Ah, we're in the wrong fire mode. That's what the problem is. They're in volley mode. They're not in empty your magazines at the enemy mode. They are now in empty their magazines at the enemy mode. Oh, the dog just did a big sneeze. Okay. We're still closing with the enemy. So these circles are our first round of missiles. They're probably going to get shot down. Now they're firing their missiles constantly. Oh, not now, Tippy. Oh, damn it. Hang on a second. Sorry. She needs her bed fixed. Oh, she needs to go outside. I'm so sorry. She'll bark like crazy if I don't let her out. And that'll ruin the fight. So on defensive, the 40mm should fire at the enemy if they have no other target. That's okay, Solid Snake. We'll just send the fleet home and rearm. I'm not too worried. Missiles high acceleration but low fuel. We need to fire them from closer. I think we're okay. Okay, we're now in laser range of the escort, which is a problem. It is also opening up with its mag cannon. Yeah, actually, I think we do need to hold these missiles right now. Let's put them on hold for the moment until we're a little bit closer. .40mm should be intercepting all of this stuff. I want to wait till I'm past the escort to fire anyway, because the escort's just going to eat the missiles with its point defense. You can see that it's shooting them down as they come in. Yeah, it's all the missiles shot down now. Waves of 40mm. I don't know how good the 40mm is coming across in the stream, but there's 40mm everywhere to intercept all of this firepower coming from the escort. Oh, we've got one shot coming in to hit the Xerxes. Okay, our ships are now in danger of being hit. I am going to go back to... I'm going to order launch, because they're actually going to start taking hits here. Okay, that was a near miss. Was that... Oh, wait, only one of my ships is firing. Now all of my ships are firing. They do actually just vomit missiles out when they fire. Look at them go. Missile, 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 missile. Okay, we're now in range of the destroyer. There's no maneuvering at this age of space warfare. Our ships just are not fast enough for it. Oof! These missiles are getting so close to this paper shredder. So close! And we managed to shoot down that whole thing. Set one of the 40mm to attack. I think we'll do it on this guy here. They're in Guardian mode. Weapon fire will fire at nearest projectile threatening the ship or ally. If no such threat is detected, weapon will fire at a ship's primary target. If no target is selected, weapon will fire at nearest enemy ship. So he will fire at this guy when there's nothing else to shoot at. But I will put one of his guns onto bracket fire. Weapon fire if not selected, it will fire at nearest enemy. If targeting a ship, weapon will fire in a pattern in which some shots are slightly off target to hit the ship. If bracket fire is new. They never had bracket fire before. I'm going to put it on focus fire. Okay, so I've got one gun on focus fire. But I don't think we're in range just yet. We're not quite in range. We are getting into range very soon, though. Oh, no, it's not destroyer here. The destroyer's back here. Yeah. I'm actually going to put this gun onto focus fire as well. You did not give a target. I said they would fire at their closest target, but I can do this. Okay, now they're targeted on him. They weren't in range yet. Now they're in range, and now they're firing. Good old 40mm doing its job. Ah, okay. They were focused, not aggressive. That's fair. Damage its frontal gun. Hitting the side armor now. I'm going to put... How are we looking at for incoming fire? All the fire is coming in on this escort. I'm going to set both of these... the duck. To focus fire. To try and take the escort out as we come through. Then I'm going to quickly grab the dog. I'm sorry this is getting just interrupted so much. Hey, Cor. 1 second. Good girl. Thank you for being so good. Into bed. Good girl. Use your blanket. Oh, let's get you all wrapped up. There you go. You were snoring earlier. Would you like to do some more snoring now? Let's you all cozy. Alright, for those who are wondering, by the way, we're currently space jousting. Not all warfare in this game is space jousting, but right now we do not have the maneuverability or the Delta V to do anything but space joust. Okay, the 40mm is doing some work. Oh, he's actually going to take fire because he's... Well, it's plasma. We can't stop it anyway. Is there any space smokescreen? No. There's no space smokescreens, unfortunately. Do you have any missiles left? No. No. No, I was going to say some of the missiles... We're actually going to disengage all of my missile ships because there's nothing else for them to do right now. We haven't done enough damage to this guy to take him out, unfortunately. Yeah. Oh, there goes the destroyer. The missiles have changed. They're trying to come back after this guy. We're going to lose the accident maker, unfortunately. I maybe went a little bit too hard on focus fire. If I switch your guns to Guardian, and I switch... You might be in range to hit him. I don't think you are, though. Oh, yeah, turn the ships. That's... Oh, my... I'm such an idiot. I'm such an idiot. Why am I not turning my ships around? I'm not going to turn around the missile carriers, though. We have done a lot of damage to the escort. Unfortunately, it's too late for the accident maker. I screwed up. I screwed up really badly with the accident maker. In fact, it had an accident. And then I want you guys to accelerate... If you can. I could actually give an intercept order because they're never going to catch up with him and intercept him. Too fast, too fierce. Earth orbital drift, yeah. So they're chasing him down. What I want to do is I want to have this guy on full focus. This guy on one Guardian, one not. Because he can actually intercept the shots. The accident maker should never have taken any hits. That's just all misplaced for me. Because if you see here, he's actually able to shoot down the incoming shots. Don't bother with intercept, that has always failed you in the past. That is true. The missiles are coming in as well, but they may run out of fuel before they make it. I don't think the alien can maneuver. Okay, we are hitting the alien again, and we're hitting its rear now. No, I think it has actually flipped around, hasn't it? God, the camera is so sensitive in this view. Actually, if I turn... No, it doesn't really help. The camera is just super sensitive. Okay, we are hitting it with 40mm. This is why 40mm is the greatest weapon in the universe. You never give up on 40mm. 40mm is the sandpaper of human weapons. We are going to sandpaper this alien to death. I'm going to now switch this other gun to focus fire. Because the enemy guns are offline indeed. And there it goes. Alien ship destroyed. I missed the explosion because I was trying to get a good picture of it. But we have managed to defeat the alien fleet. And we haven't taken any casualties. The paper shredder is in very bad condition. Life support's down. Auxiliary life support is almost down. The paper shredder just exploded. Okay, so I threw the paper shredder away. I could have saved the paper shredder. That was... Sorry, the accident maker was all my fault. If I played that properly, that wouldn't have happened. We just got our hands on our first exotics. The following officers have been promoted. The Black Rider has a new Chief Petty Officer, Suvita Sardasai, who's a crew chief, and the Paper Shredder has Lieutenant Management Sapper and Engineering Officer. Next time, just double-click on the ship to get a look. Oh, of course, no, not free. I forgot about that. Okay, we did get the win, though. Thanks, Jax. You named it Accident Maker, what do you expect? I didn't name it Accident Maker, you didn't. The Space Force of the Academy defeated the aliens in a battle near Earth. The Academy lost 1 ship, the aliens lost 2 ships. Alright, so Task Force Varyag isn't able to do anything just yet. Oh, although we actually needed to do this. We needed some exotics. Although we have been able to some extent, study alien technology before now, to have access to one of their craft in its entirety is a godsend to science. This is how they access our skies. This is how they travel within the solar system. This is what we must learn from, and perhaps even emulate if we truly do the same ourselves. Even a preliminary appraisal of the treat vessel has revealed a sizable quantity of materials that easily defy categorization. Something that is not only countless steps beyond our own technology, but profoundly different from it. Something, perhaps, that would not exist in our solar system had these beings not brought it here. If we understand it, the potential is beyond words. So we've just got our first exotics. Honestly, Accident Maker was my own fault. Recovered alien technology. We've retrieved a veritable treasure trove of extraterrestrial technology. A raft of inscrutable machines whose even basic function currently elude us. Metals whose very structure is wildly unfamiliar, and even screws and bolts with almost preposterous tensile strength. To call this a motherlode would be the understatement of the millennium. We have so much to learn from every last fragment of this whole, for it surely represents the technological apex of a species that has somehow found a way to travel from their far distant world to ours.
Our teams have retrieved some...
Yes, oh yeah, look at our hate. We definitely need to lay low for a while. One good news is because we can talk to them, we can actually do a good job of fixing our current hate level for us. We completed the salvage alien technology objective. Our researchers are ecstatic with the prospect of taking part in working alien designs. I'm less sanguine, but we will see. Recovered avian alien corpse. We've successfully retrieved the body of one of the creatures that we have nicknamed griffins. Our preliminary assessment confirms that it is an entirely different species of alien first encountered on Earth. As different from them as we humans are from, say, a dragonfly. Indeed, so thin and hollow are the aliens' bones that it seems unlikely to have even originated from the same planet as the other aliens. Most probably it hails from a far lower gravity environment, which would also explain how rarely this particular species have been sighted on Earth. While the bone structure arguably invites comparisons to avian life on our own world, hence the destination griffin, the similarities end there. This creature is in every sense of the word alien. Okay, we got 500 influence for being the first to defeat aliens in a space battle. The aliens are strong, but they are not invulnerable. Okay, let's get Task Force Varyag back home. Task Force Varyag returns to operations. I want them to transfer... take me there. I want them to transfer to Moira Reenactment Society to repair and refuel upon arrival. Alright, that was our first successful fleet engagement, which could have gone better, but it's fine. Academy Fleet Task Force Varyag completes transfer, and will begin repairs, which will also get them to reinforce. We have lost the National Injuries Control Point in Pakistan to the servants. That's the second time that has happened. They've just snapped a control point from us in Pakistan with no warning. So with getting that protection against what's it called? Getting the ferrocite liability theory research done will stop this from happening. That's really annoying that they're just stealing control points from us like that. Task Force Varyag has completed repairs and has also completed refueling. So it's ready for tasking. Send Varyag to kill the servant stuff. Well, we're not as good at fighting the servants as we are at fighting the aliens. Let's have a look at what these servants have in orbit. The servants have nothing in Earth orbit, and they have nothing in Moon orbit either. We should surveil, investigate, and hope one of our allies does something about it. Yes, I'll try and search them out. So, the servants don't actually have a presence in Earth orbit at all. And that's a good point from Kite. That will increase alien hate. They do love the servants. Our research development team reported we'd able to the Griffin Autopsy Project. Enemies suffer -3 to assault enemy space asset missions against us. I'm not too worried about that right now. Exactly, they don't have access to the world. You're right. The game's greatest ship-to-ship weapon system is not available to the aliens. Okay, we're at efficient production of noble metals. No, we're not massive on noble metals, but we're doing fine. Are you sure? Cave Draconium and 1717 Lomia. Not Habs. I want to go to prospecting. Noble metals. What are you talking about? There's nothing available. Cave Draconium. That will get us 12 nobles. I mean, that would actually massively increase our income. How long would it take for us to send a mine there? 5th of Bethwidge, 5th of April. So we're getting to the best launch window. How long would it take? It will cost 50 boost. Will it not tell me how long it will take before I click on it? 4.96 years is its... No, that's not what I'm looking for. This is not the location to check the transfer window, is it? It's here. I think I can check it from here, right? The next date, this will be optimum for low delta V, is April. But it doesn't tell me how long it's going to take to get there. Because there's no point investing in 12 noble metals if it's going to take like 6 years. That's an orbital you're looking at. Well, that wouldn't help, would it? It's a base. Here you go. 50 boost, but it doesn't tell me how long. You can click on the button to see before you confirm. 481 days. Now, I'm not going to spend a year to send this out for 12 noble metals. We're not in that desperate need of them right now. Okay, back to Earth. We've got stuff to do. So the first thing we need to do is we need to take back this control point. So that's a job for... we need our Purger to do that. That's a job for Steve Jobless.
What's the up?
To purge the control point off the servants.
We're taking
Then
power.
we need to surveil
Your orders.
in this region to find the alien.
Ice up.
Busto needs to fight some
Standing by.
aliens in Cambodia.
Gear up.
And Tanka Lelek.
Standing by.
Let's get you to public campaign in China for me. Just to... No, we don't need a public campaign in China. I'm going to get you to... We really double your nobles, so it does only a year and a half. Okay, I'm going to do it. Fine, I'll do it. You've twisted my arm enough to convince me that it's worth doing. We could also maybe get Sika Saxum as well. So go here. There is only one site, yes. Set up a settlement. Found the settlement. The Academy began constructing a new settlement, Sophocles. Manage Sophocles base. I need to roll base. No, we already have a proper coffee pot. A proper copper coffee pot. / roll base. Okay, I get it. It's a great investment. I'm investing in it. You can tell I'm getting a bit tired. Because I'm like, numbers. I don't like maths. It's late. What have we got? Cool. Thongorodium Inc. is the name of this base. This is going to be fun to say. Thongorodium. No, Thonggorodrim. Thonggorodrim Inc. is this base. Save. And then do I have a template? I've got the Boring Corp Central Hub Settlement, or I don't know which one of these is better. 11th of June 2032, or this one. I guess I'll have to set it up myself, and then save that one. So, what do we want here? We want a farm. We want a settlement mining complex. We want a layered defense array. And then we need power. I think that's everything we need. So we'll need a fission reactor array. I will need one more fission reactor array. And that should get us positive on power. Yeah, massively positive on power. Do we have enough to fit a nanofactory in here? The admin thingy, yes. Thank you, Solid Snake. We do need the admin thingy. We need an administration node. That puts me at... I have what? I have 50 power available. We could get a nanofactory here or Skunkworks. Skunkworks gives engineering, nanofactory gives money. We're pretty good on research right now. I think we want the nanofac for the cash. So we'll build a nanofac out here. That puts us on +9 power. Perfect. Let's save this as a template. And then, is it worth also grabbing this place here for another 11 noble metals? Sika Saxum. How long is it going to take to get to Sika Saxum? That's going to take 410 days as well. I may as well grab this because it's going to increase our noble metals again. It also gets us a little bit of... I'm looking at it. If it had thistles, I think I'd jump on it. But it doesn't. But while we're here, is there any decent thistle places available? No, there's just no thistles available at all. Okay, that's fine. We're actually really behind on thistles. We missed out on all of this. Maybe we need to build some marines and take some stations from other human factions that don't really need them. Oh, I don't have a command for Discord, unfortunately, Jacka, but I think it's linked. It's linked. I know it's annoying. It's linked on the YouTube side. I don't think it's linked on Twitch, unfortunately. Sorry about that. I think if you go to my Twitch profile, it's linked, but I don't have a command for it. What were we doing? Oh, that's right. We're looking for this alien. So we've got Surveil going on. We've got Fight Aliens. We've got Purge. Tankalelic needs a job. I was looking at... we've got a little bit... He can't put down unrest. So I'll just get him to public campaign. There's no point. We're fine on public opinion in these places. So I guess he'll just go back to advising.
We'll make our appeal.
So Bob... Wait, I did the wrong thing. You need to advise...
Ready.
India. China.
Offering counsel.
Pissing off initiative with that 30 thistle site seems really good. Yes, but I need a way to do it, Solid Snack. So, in order to get that 30 fissile site, we're going to need to research marines, build a marine raiding ship, and send it to that base. Which is fine to do, but that's something... We don't have marines yet. So, let's add marines to the top of the things we need to do list, and we'll get marines researching as soon as possible. Let's confirm assignments, and let's see if we can spawn an alien here on Earth. Our research technology now able to undo technology project. This unlocks exotic materials. Cool. And unlike the
Initiating recon.
Project X this, I think we can actually use them, which is great.
Offering assistance. Offering assistance.
There we go. There's one of these I'm thinking is the alien. There's two options. There's actually 3 agents in India right now. We found 4 mystery counselors. We can add it to the naming list, Tifsy. I always like to let... So we have a massive naming list, which has gone on for like all the series of Terra and Invicta we've done. So I don't like to let any names jump the queue. They just go in and they get randomly picked from. So if you want to add it to the naming list, we need to throw it into Discord. Let's set that as a favorite for Heavy Fission Reactor Array. We definitely want to research that. There are 4 mystery agents here.
Score 1 for the good guys.
We are in control now.
We've purged back the control point again. And we need to defend it again. Oh, that's a good point, Solid Snack. Yes, we need to do that too. We're receiving reports of a sudden swing in the behavior of some leaders in Canada. Okay, so hopefully the alien has moved on to Canada. That would be very nice if they have. Ooh, rapid shipbuilding is available. 25% faster shipbuilding speed. Hugely powerful project. Beware. Alien conspiracy theories. Alien conspiracy theories spread. That's awesome artwork, by the way. A number of often conflicting and mutually exclusive conspiracy theories about the aliens are spreading like wildfire over social media. Some of the most popular theories are that the so-called aliens are nothing but government surveillance drones, or that the crashing UFOs are nothing but swamp gas combusting the atmosphere. Some even think there would be secret factions planning to sell Earth out to the aliens. Aliens can move to adjacent regions. Oh, really? They can't fly? Okay, so we can ignore it. The conspiracy theories have largely fizzled out. Grants a small public opinion for the Academy. Or they go viral. We lose public opinion across the world. We can shape the narrative. For $180, we get a boost. Or they know too much. This is only allowed for pro-alien factions. We can pay 25 operations to gain 100 influence. Sadly, only the initiative can fan the flames. The more confusion there is, the more control we will have. So I'm just going to shape the narrative to get a public opinion boost. Okay. So we've got 4 mystery counselors here.
Where to?
Bruce, none of them are aliens, I don't think. So this is difficulty 5. This is difficulty 7. Difficulty 2. And difficulty 4. If I knew more about the game, I would know which one of those is the alien. I want to say it's the difficulty 7 one that is going to be the alien. But I'm probably wrong in that assumption. They know too little, indeed. One of these, none of them are aliens? Okay. Well, let's investigate the difficulty 7
We'll
one.
see what they're up to.
Then we'll get
Ready to
Robusto to investigate the alien activity in Canada.
On the way to the target site.
We'll get Tanka
Ready
Lelek.
for my mission.
Do we actually... Who's my turner?
Ready for my mission.
Turning a counselor requires...
I'm here.
I'm pretty sure it's persuasion.
I'm here.
So it's Tanka Lelek.
Reporting
No.
in.
Who's my turner?
I'm here.
Turning a counselor is counselor with no valid targets. Okay, so I need to investigate
Where do you
a
need me?
person. And I need to defend the new point. Yes, thank
Where
you.
to?
So that's what Tanka
Where
Lelek is
to?
going to do, is defend the point.
Making things safe for
And
our
then
people.
Steve Jobless,
Your orders.
who purged last turn. When I'm going to get him to investigate the inactivity, and I'm going to get Robusto Combusto to stabilize India, because she can massively blast
We'll
down
turn down the heat.
with her high command. Okay, the person we're investigating has just left
Mission in progress.
and flown over here, but we'll see who they are. Rail cannons have been done. So there's a few things to look at here. We could do heavy fission reactor arrays. This is a very important research because it makes powering all of our stuff so much easier. But we don't really need it right now. We will need it soon. We could also get working on marine assault units, which will let us build the ship that we want to build to go and take over that hab. Let's get Marines done. I think they'll be really quick to do, and we can start sending Marines out to capture bases for us, especially with the Orion drive. That's actually a good investment.
Offering counsel.
Offering cancel.
Securing our interests.
Okay, control point is defended. Defend yeah, they're doing a defend as well. Rapid shipbuilding, that's the other one I want to do. We'll do that right after.
We've got some intel on our target.
Critical success on who do they work for? Initiative. Yeah, it's a really good point, so let's think. We'll do that next.
Violence is abating.
Okay, unrest in India has gone down to... She only dropped it by 0.5, unfortunately. I was hoping she'd do more with her higher stats. Anonymous research groups is available. Our chance to unlock any project for research increases by 10%. All our projects give plus 1% chance to become available to research every month. That's massive. That's such a powerful research thing. Because that gets us Pegasus Drive eventually, no matter what. I guess you everything
Our
eventually.
advances in science and technology can be the key to the gates of heaven, but also to the gates of hell. We must choose wisely every time, or we may never choose again. Commissioner Kiran Banerjee, speech at the United Nations.
So nuclear fusion methodologies has completed, and Project Exodus have selected arc lasers as our new direction, which is fine. Arc lasers are worth grabbing. This just unlocks electrostatic plasma confinement. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and take this over and then rule all of the research on Earth. Now that I'm at 4.6k research, none of the other factions can come close to the amount of research I'm producing. If you see, the Resistance have 1k, Humanity First have 1k, Digital have less than a k. Exodus and Protectorate come close at 1.6, but unless they work together, I don't think they can push me off any research point from this point onwards. So, that's really huge for us. Those are two separate effects. Ah, okay. I still think it's worth grabbing. Marine assault units have been researched. Let's get rapid shipbuilding laid down. And then let's design a marine invasion ship. So, first things first, where are we going to find that Thistles? This one here, it was this one here that the initiative held, what, with 28.4. So this is at 246 Aspirina, okay? Let's remember 246 Aspirina. I'm going to put that in chat so I don't forget it. Aspirina. Okay, so now I want to build a ship that can get there and get back. So, what we're going to do is, unless they drop to one research. Unless they drop to one, yeah, that's a good point. Design a ship. We're probably looking at a monitor here. We could do this as a gunship. If we wanted to keep it really small. Like, if we wanted to go a bit nuts, we go Orion drive, we go microfission, we go teardrop, we go marines. Actually, we're probably going to need 2 marines. Well, let's just see how this comes out. And then, for the fun of it, because it's a marine ship, we'll put a We'll put a 10-inch cannon on the nose. Yes, I'm going to check that in a second, Kite. I want to see what sort of speed we get out of this. We'll put nano armor on it, but we're not going to put any actual armor on. And then I'm just going to look at what Delta V I need to get out there. So from where to asteroid belt. So it's a God. Try to find it in this list is going to be hard. 246 Asporia. So it's not here. It's not here, so it's in the outer belt. I don't see it here either. Is it in this? It's not out in this belt. So where is it? This is all low Earth orbit stuff. This is Luna. Is there any chance of it being intercepted by the station's defenses? That's what we're going to check in a second. But I want to just check what we need for the. In order to, I want to make sure we've got enough Delta V before I look at anything else. It was 246, wasn't it? 23. I think I maybe skipped past it because I was looking at the 400s instead of the 200s. 246 Aspirina. Okay, I've got it here. So in order to get there, we need 16.8 Delta V. That's very doable. To get there and back, we would need a minimum of 33 Delta V. But we could probably land this ship at the base to refuel it and send it back if we built a supply depot. You can just select the orbit. Oh, did I not select it? Yeah, select destination or select destination around. I got it. 246 Aspirina. How do I select the orbit? Select destination around 246 Aspirina. I don't know how to select the orbit from here. It should be obvious, but I don't see how to do it. Oh, at the top, that's right. Low, so I want to do a low orbit. Okay, I would need 26 Delta V to get there. Cool. Okay, thanks Core. Thanks everyone for catching that. So I need 26 Delta V, which is still doable. It would cost me 13 fissils. But I would get more fissils in a month for doing this, for pulling it off. And then if we just built a supply depot at the base, we could refuel the ship by landing it at the base. If we can land an Orion engine. Now, the question is this enough marine assault units to take that base? This ship would have a marine... it would have a combat value of 8, because it's got 2 marine assault units on it. So if we have a quick look, if we go to Intel, we go to Prospecting, and I select this base, I've got a feeling it has no defenses at all. I can't do it from here. Hello, cat. And I click here. Go to Site. Click on Achene's Crater. Look at the base. Okay, the base has a the base is wrecked. The base is absolutely wrecked at its tier 1. It has a heavy fission pile, a construction module, and it has a destroyed module. If I send a fission kit, I then have a random space station in orbit of this asteroid that I'd have to decommission, which would take quite a long time. I also don't have the kit yet, so we'd have to research the kit to do that. That's the downside of that solid snack. Or I could build this ship right now and just deploy it. We could even, actually, if we're thinking about this slightly more intelligently, I think it has some, yeah, it will have some intrinsic base defense just for being a base.
Hildebrand just subscribed and says percent sub message percent.
Thank you very much for the 18th month subscription, Hildebrand. I'm sorry that it said percent message percent. I can't see a defense value for it here. You can sacrifice a ship as well, yes. The big question is, how much will the base develop of 55? Looking at it, I don't think very much. I'm pretty sure the initiative have terrible resources at the moment. It'll be some point over 100%. Yeah, I think we're going to go with a bigger ship. But what I'm thinking is we are building shipyards. So what I was going to say is we are building shipyards in orbit of Ceres and Mars. So it may be better to wait for these to be online and dispatch the ship from here rather than from Earth orbit. That way we need less Delta V to get out there. And we've got time then to research the fission kit so that if we need it, we can deploy that as well. We could also fit an ISRU on a bigger ship as well. So how long until these complete? The shipyard itself will be completed on the 1st of May. and power will be complete on the 1st of April. That also is a good point. Depends on where that asteroid is relative to Ceres and Mars. But there's a lot of moving parts here, because then you've got to think about how long the ship's going to take to build as well. 246 aspect. I don't think I'm going to be able to see it from here, am I? I'm going to have to do this. Prospecting, jump to here, and then zoom out. Okay, at the moment, Mars is going to be moving away from it. So they're going to be at opposite sides of the solar system pretty soon. No, it won't cause any problems, I think, in Earth orbit. Where is Ceres in relation to this place? Ceres usually stands out. Is that Ceres there? Ceres there. So Ceres is going to get closer to it, I think. I can't tell for certain. But I think Ceres is going to circle in closer to Asperina, which is there. So we could maybe launch from Ceres. Earth is probably still the closest for a while, actually. You'd have to... An Earth intercept would be something like this, I think. It's really hard to think Ceres won't be getting closer. No. I think Earth is the best launch... is the best option for a launch method to this place. And it's going to get better in April. That's what it said. So if we built the ship now, we would get there faster. Remember that Mercury is the closest place to anywhere on average, so Earth might be the closest we have, yeah. You can check in the transfer panel. Earth is definitely the best bet out of Mars and Ceres. The problem with that is I don't know how... I would like to send this off with a fission kit and an ISRU and more Marines, really. 2 Marines is probably not enough. We probably want to go... I think a destroyer doesn't work for us here. A monitor has 3 utility slots. Frigate has... Is that... Yeah, a frigate's probably the best. A Marine frigate is probably the way to go. Because we can go Marine, Marine, Marine. And then let's pretend this is an ISRU. And we'll pretend that's a... We can't go to Jupiter yet, Ray, unfortunately. We need to, there's actually research we have to complete before we can send a ship to Jupiter. But the eventual goal would be to build a fleet at Ceres and in the transfer window and transfer from there to Jupiter if we can, or from Earth to Jupiter. We will eventually go there, but we don't have that yet. But we could build the Marine frigate if we imagine this is an ISRU and this is a fission kit. Actually, I've got the ISRU, don't I? This is the ISRU here. So we just need the fission kit. How long is it going to take before we can do a fission kit? So Hydra Interrogation is going to complete in June. Ferrocet Liability is going to complete in April. I think 30 to 40 Marine Value could be... I can't do 30 to 40 Marine Value Core. I don't have the technology for that. The best I could do, if I do 5 Marines, that's 4, 8, 12, 16...
Lags _ Commander just subscribed and says % sub message %.
Thank you very much for Lags into Commander. We've got a hype train. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for the sub. That's so cool. You just said more than 1 ship. It would require 2 ships stacked to the full of Marines. I think you're overthinking. I don't think we need this many Marines. We took Mars last time with, I think, 2 or 3 Marine units. When we hot dropped onto Mars and stole all of the mines. I don't think we used this many Marines. That station is messed up. We could do 2 ships with 3 Marines on them. But if we're doing that, I do want to send them with an ISRU and a fission kit. For certain. 4, 8. This has got 12. This has got 12 Marine value. If we check... Hang on. If we check one of my random bases. So Bad Time Base here has a Marine value of 7. So this base here, with no defenses apart from an LDA... has a Marine defense value of... Where was it? It was on the screen a second ago. I can't see it now. But it had a Marine value of 7. I think you had Tier 2 Marines from Mars. That could also be... Yeah, may have had Tier 2 Marines. So this base has a defense value of 7, and it has a layered defense array. The base we're looking at to invade does not have any defenses at the moment. We skipped Tier 2 and never got Tier 3. So it has no... There you go. It has there. You can see it there. There you go. It has a defense value of 1. It has a defense value of 1. You can see it right here. So at the moment, it has a defense value of 1. If we look at the modules, it doesn't have room for any of the modules. It has a fission reactor array, a construction module, a heavy fission pile, and a settlement mining complex. I don't see any of those modules increasing its defense value over 2. I think if I send 3 Marines at 4 value each for 12, I can take this base with no problems. I think the build is 3 Marines, an ISRU, and we either just dispatch now and hope we can land, or we sacrifice the ship if we can't, or we wait for the fission kit. And I think we just go for it. I think we go for 1 Orion drive, we go for molten core fission reactor, we slap a radiator on here. We give them, because they are Marines, we give them 2 40mm autocannons, and we give them a 10-inch cannon on the nose. I mean, screw it. We can give them a rail cannon, and they can actually bombard from space. It could be repaired, but if we have a look at the initiative's resources, they are over mission control right now, so they're already having problems. Their water income... Okay, they actually have decent income for items. AI is not using Marines yet, so they're not building defensive. Exactly. I don't think we need to worry. I will quite happily take this risk. I think we are 100% completely validated in invading. With no armor. Marines don't need armor. They've got bravado. The only thing I need to do is what to make this last utility module. You know what? More Marines. If you can't fix a problem, throw more Marines at it. We now have a combat value of 4, 8, 12, 16 versus 1. Easy win. We've got this. Now, let me just confirm. We need 14 KPS to get there, which is less than I thought. Okay, so at 14 KPS, it's going to take us 98.67 weeks. Yeah, this says we need 17 KPS for low 246 Esperina. That's so kind of you, Laxon, Captain. I really appreciate it. Can you make it more symmetrical, please? Oh, I'm sorry. Am I bothering people? Do people not like this? Would you really like the ISRU right here? Would that make things better for you? What if I do this instead? Is that better? Did I fix it? I'm sorry. I won't do that. I know how that can really annoy people. There you go. I made it nice and even for you. Okay, we need 17 KPS, which we've got. Yeah, that doesn't make it any faster. So we're going to do a one-way trip. The fastest I can make it is 98.67 weeks. I've got 18 KPS with 50 propeller tags. Was it? I thought it was 26, but if I'm looking at it right now, it's saying I need 18. In fact, I need 16.3. So I don't know what that... The 26 was Jupiter, I think, when we were missing. It actually needs less. So I'm going to dispatch. It's going to take 90 weeks to get there. There's a chance that they could prepare defenses. We've got a gun if they do. It'll take 1.5 years. Okay. So if we were to send them from Mars instead, just to throw it out there, right? Mind your manners, tooling. It's going to take 125 weeks, and then if we did it from Ceres, it's going to take 78 weeks from Ceres. But we need more Delta V. Or if we just do it from Earth, for Moira reenactment, it's going to take 98 weeks. Adding more fuel at this stage won't change anything. I've hit the cap there. Adding more fuel doesn't change the amount of time it's going to take. See? Oh, it is actually going to... Sorry, I take it back. It will reduce the time. Is this even within the mission length limit? You might have to train logistics officers first. Is that a thing, Namafri? I don't think that's a problem for us. Let's see it with 30. Okay. With 30 propellant tanks, it's going to take 79 weeks. What if we use 2 smaller ships? Alright, so the frigate may be too slow. Let's change this to a... I need 2... Gunship. Escort has 2. Corvette. Okay. If we do a gunship, okay, this is balls to the wall. This is as hard as we can take it, okay? Molten core fission reactor, tinfoil, 2 Marines, a railgun, and then we need to hit 14 KPS minimum. Yeah, it's about the same. 90 weeks. If I go up to 30 KPS, it's going to take 79 weeks. So still going to take a really long time to get there. And this is the fastest little ship we can make. With 40 KPS, it's going to take 55 weeks, 58 weeks. That's going to cost us 10 fissils. We're still coming out of that ahead on fissils. Yeah, I don't have the ISRU. That's what we're sacrificing here. What we'd have to do instead is build a supply depot on the base and land the ship there, or we scrap the ship. At 50 KPS, excuse me, it takes us 35 weeks to get there. Now we're getting to, that's going to cost us 15 fissils. Now this ship on its own could probably take the base, because that's a combat value of 8. It could we could just go for this ship on its own, or we could build 2 of them. We probably build 2 of them, right? Marine 1, Marine 2. 2 of these look very good. Try and escort. Gunships have heavy guns. Yeah, I'm giving it the rail cannon so that if they do build defenses, we can bombard. But if we were to go for an escort instead, I don't think that really changes anything. We'd have to give it 40 mics. And then I want to get up to, was it 50 TPS? $35 weeks. Escort has more mass, so it'd be slower. Take a frigate. Okay. Let's see what we can get the frigate to look like, because the frigate does give us a few more options. It also makes it a guaranteed take. 1, 2, 3, 4, an ISRU, and yes, I will fix this because I don't want to drive people crazy. Then we'll do 40mm, 40mm, and gun. In fact, I can't deploy it without weapons, can I? Will it let me do that? Because we don't need the guns. And then I want to get this up to 50. At 50 KPS, it's going to take 38 weeks, but it's going to eat 28.5 fissils. But we're going to triple our fissile income for winning this, for doing this. I think we just do this. I'm quite happy to commit these resources to this mission. You can want mishaps. The faster you get there, exactly. Just use a different ship roll, yeah. All right, let's give it a... It's a troop carrier. The more fissils you get. I'm Basler, completely right. The faster we get there, the more fissils we get, the faster we replace this. Okay, we need to roll a ship type for this. So roll class. The Marine frigate is the Slander class. Who put that in there? All right, we're going to build a Slander class frigate. Now, we do have one problem. We're not going to be able to build this ship until our current ships have finished construction. But let's save the design. The Slander class troop carrier. Our current ships are going to finish construction in 93 days. Okay, what we're going to do is I want to sneak a Slander class in here. Oh, I was hoping I could jump it to the front of the queue. 4 bedrooms stabbed on an engine. Yes, traditional. Sending it. The Marines are the guns, Happy Ducky Man. Do you think a Marine would be happy to sit back and let a ship do the fighting for them? No, the Marine will stand on the hull of the ship with their rifle. They will point that rifle at the enemy, and they will make shooting noises with their mouth. That is how Marine fights in space. They don't have guns on their ships. They are the guns on their ships. Do we cancel a Xerxes Block Class 3 to get this thing built as soon as possible? I am going to make the call that we cancel a Xerxes Block 3. We already need to keep our head down because we've got the aliens are really pissed off with us. So I want to cancel this ship, even though it was under construction, to get the Xerxes Block 3 done ASAP. And that's it. No, I canceled the wrong ship. I want to get the Slander. I want to get rid of this ship here. Because cancel pending just gets rid of all the ships that are queued up. Yeah, we're gonna cancel the Xerxes that is already. I know it's already in construction. It's such a yeah, it's really done. Somebody jump from one ship to the other, take it. Exactly. Mishaps gets it. That's how you train Space Marines. You are the weapon. Okay, that was a fun diversion. let's get back to all the boring Earth stuff. It's actually boring Earth stuff. Right, we're actually in the middle of a turn. Erratic leader behavior in Pakistan. We've determined the aliens are now able to infiltrate national institutions. So, did they actually flip anything there? No, but the alien is here. That's the alien. We found him. We found the alien. Now we need to kill him. Okay. Okay, Bruce is a level up. Bruce is leveling up a lot at the moment. Let's grab... So he's at 25 investigation, 25 admin. We really need to fix this, so I'm going to level his command up. I really need to get ahead of this problem. If only we still had intel sharing with Humanity First. Did we lose that? The guy we lost wasn't Humanity First, it was... we still have the Humanity First age. Oh, it's a agent we've turned, isn't it? Damn it. You've got to level up as well. So your admin is at 25 at the moment. And your unmodified admin stat is 20, which is nuts. You've got 7 persuasion. What are your missions looking like? Oh god, don't click that button. I need to see your missions. So you've got persuasion missions coming. You've actually got no missions. You're actually just terrible. It really should, for God lag. I'm completely with you. It should add that. You forget that plays rather Valkyries and repeat module in the Marine ship. It's there as standard core. It's there as standard. Yeah, that's right. That's right. They got angry with us. I remember. You can place the boarding ships in a container, aim at target, fire. Good luck. Kavira, that's basically what we did in the last. The last campaign was that. That's what we did. We did that pretty much. Let's lay low for a bit. Oh, so first, let's kill this alien. That's what I. Yeah. We all love Bob, but he really needs to be replaced. The reason Bob is good is that he is a quick learner. So it takes a -10. I was hoping he would turn into something good because he was cheap to build up. But at the moment, you're right, he does nothing. What he could turn into is a stat stick. He could be a very good stat stick for us. Have high science, have high command, have high security. Right now, 2.5 hours into the stream, at 11:46 p.m., I'm not in the right headspace to think of a solution to Bob Fettercan. So I'm going to just, for now, augment him, increase his command to get me more height here. We'll think about it. It's something, we'll table it as an action for next stream, to put it in corporate terms. Having a look at factions, we have... I was hoping I'd be able to see if I could do... we don't have information sharing with anybody, it looks like. Relations, here we go. Okay. So we have a nap with the resistance, which we can block. But I can't see about doing intel sharing with anybody. Unfortunately. So he's not leveling up. That's a good point, Solid Snake. Like I say, it's just too late for me now to really think about him. I'm getting really tired, and I don't want to end the stream just yet. So I'm going to table doing something about him for right now. It's not going to change things too much if I don't replace him straight away. So we've basically not done any diplomacy for the last couple of years. We did a bit of diplomacy last stream. We're tolerated by everybody apart from the servants and the Protectorate. We could do some reaching out. I knew Humanity First aren't interested in talking to us. We have a nap with the Resistance. I could reach out to them to see if we can do intelligence sharing. But I don't know where they stand in relationship to us. Oh, here we go. Does it help me? No. I was hoping it would tell me more about what we could get away with them. Okay, we're going to need to reach out to some people. But first of all, we need to target this alien. So, first things first. Bruce Wayne, investigate this alien.
Tracking target.
Okay. Robusto Combusto doesn't... Okay, that's good. What's Unrest like? 1.8. Okay. Robusto... Well, first of all, Bobo Federcairn, Captain Useless. Let's you get you to reach out... Okay, we don't actually see anyone from the two things we want to reach out to. We're the only ones who aren't fighting the servants. The Protectorate servants are at war with us, I thought. Yeah, the Protectorate and the servants are in... Oh, yeah. Yeah, servants are at war with everybody. The Protectorate are at war with the servants. That's right. And we are the only people not at war with the servants. I love that. That's hilarious. Maybe that's why nobody likes us. We could very easily go to war with them very quickly. Okay, so we need to identify... Does the Academy want to white piece the aliens? The Academy wants the aliens to acknowledge us as equals, which is really difficult when they think of us as bugs to be... Like, their whole physiology is every other race. It just serves us because that's how our brains work. It puts us in a very difficult position. So I can only reach out to humanity first, who won't speak to us, or the initiative right now. So we're going to need to find another agent of another faction to reach out to. So I'm going to have to do more investigating. So let's get you to investigate this unknown person in Amsterdam and try and work out what faction they're from.
Target.
Tank Alelic can't
Ready for
investigate
order.
anybody. Steve Jobless
Ready
can
to go.
investigate. He's not the best investigator, but let's investigate somebody else. Let's investigate this person in Mexico.
We'll see
Let's
what they're
find
up
someone to do diplomacy with. Tank
Where do you need
Alelic,
me?
you for the turn. Do we need to defend anywhere? China's defended, India's defended, Pakistan is defended. Okay. In that case, public opinion is good here, and it's good here. You don't species have trouble seeing each other as equals. No, we're getting entirely different species. Exactly. What I would like you to do for right now, Tank Alelic, is just advise.
Lending my expertise.
That's everybody doing something this turn. Let's confirm assignments for the turn, and let's on pause. Okay. Our low Ceres, our space station we're building in Ceres orbit has its core constructed, as does the one around Mars. But that's all. Just the cores
Offering
are done.
support.
Okay.
Offering support.
We're almost at 5k science, by the way, which is pretty
Mission
nuts.
is a no-go.
Okay. We did not manage to investigate the alien. It looks like it went to ground, unfortunately. Probably because it got
Surveillance
detected last turn.
complete.
We found an initiative tech mogul
Surveillance complete.
and a Project Exodus officer, so we can try and talk to Project Exodus. And the crackdown in Malaysia, for them, it's fine. Aid abductions in Ho Chi Minh in Vietnam. Quiet turn. Alright. How often do we reset this? Oh, I was looking at something, Bruce. Go away. Alright, Miss Saps, thanks for tuning in. It's been really nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. For the September 2034. How often does this reset? Exodus want to information sharing with they are also anti-alien while we are pro-alien. Okay. And I don't really want to buddy up with the Protectorate. Yeah, no one's going to do information sharing with us because the Resistance are anti-alien, so they won't share with us. Exodus are anti-aliens, they won't share with us. Humanity First hate us because we're pro-alien. I don't like the Servants or the Protectorate, and we're in conflict with both of them, so they're not going to do information sharing with us. So there's not really anything we can really do. Our hands are kind of tied here,
What's the up?
unfortunately. Exodus are closer to neutral. I mean, look, we could try it. There's nothing wrong with trying. Let's send Boba Fett or Cairn to meet with Project Exodus. Just to see what comes out of it.
Making contact.
Yeah, as much as I hate the initiative, there is a possibility there
Acknowledged.
that they would work with
Ready
us.
for my mission.
I'm just going to investigate this alien activity with you. I'll investigate this alien
Ready to go.
activity with you.
We'll recon the site.
We could reach
What's the
out to the initiative. We may as well find out. This faction is pro-alien. It's because our default stance is not to wipe the
Establishing
aliens out.
contact.
We're not actually looking to kill the aliens, start for deck. We're looking for the aliens to acknowledge us as equals. As soon as you take the fissile site, they will end it. Well, that's still quite a while away, so we can at least take advantage of it for now.
Standing
And
by.
then Bruce... What did I leave this open for Bruce to do? I don't think that was the alien, by the way, because they flew over to Europe. Let's see who this person... Well, that's the agent that we're... Let's just no one... Yeah, we'll just investigate this rando.
We'll see what they're up to.
So yeah, we are the least pro... exactly what Namfree says. We're the least pro-alien of the pro-alien factions. Because we are also, technically, I think, the least anti-alien faction at the same time. We don't want to wipe the aliens out. We want to live... We want to coexist with them. but we want to coexist as equals. Whereas the Protectorate want to coexist with them as subservient, and the servants want to worship them. But we don't explicitly want to wipe the aliens out. We just want them to recognize that humanity is equal to them in terms of our power. And the only way to do that, really, is to blow a bunch of their ships up down the road. That's where it's going to head
We'll open
towards.
a channel.
All right.
If the nearest horizon is all you desire, you may have it.
Yeah, he won intelligence sharing with us. They do not wish to have an intel sharing agreement at this time for reasons they refuse to discuss. Yeah, that's it. But no one understands our position, because the pro-alien factions are like, why aren't you more pro-alien? And the anti-alien factions are like, why aren't you more anti-alien? We're just stuck in the middle. I've not seen this particular message before, for reasons they refuse to disclose. I assume that there's something that is gating us to not be able to intelligence share with them. We could nap them. Sorry, I was taking a drink of water. We could probably give them some water for a nap. It doesn't usually take a lot. 50 water will do it. 20 water will do it. 1 water will get us an non-aggression pact with the initiative. There's no projects they've done. We could get approved rail cannon research off them. I don't want any of their habs. Hey, what if we just take the hab from the initiative that we're going to send the Marines to? What if I just negotiate it off them for some water? Wouldn't that be a lot easier? I'm not going to look through orgs right now. I'm too tired. Are they the ones that turned tank? So they probably don't need info sharing. I can't remember who turned tank. It was so long ago. But we got tank back. We've got his loyalty all the way back up to max.
Prepping for mission.
Here, have a mug of space water, piece. How much water would you like for improved rail cannon? Is the question. Okay, so they will do it for an amount of water. What about 5,000? Okay. 2500. Okay. 999. Okay. 1500. 2,000. I bet it's because they have a turn age and they don't want to expose. So, do I need to do loyalty checks on everybody again? I'm pretty happy to trade 2,000 water, which is 4 months water income, for a non-aggression pact and all of their information on improved rail cannons. I think that's fine. It seems a little bit steep for improved rail cannons, to be honest. No, you know what? Our research is so good that we do not need to give them 4 months of water income. They will give us a non-aggression pact for 1 water. We're going to have to do a loyalty checks on all of our people. There's definitely something fishing going on there. Okay.
If you want to waste your time trying to talk these monsters down, you go right ahead.
The initiative will not do a intel arrangement with us. They could be an agent in one of the other pro-alien factions. Okay, interesting then. I hadn't thought about that. They might not have enough room. But we could do a nap with them. What I want to check, though, is can we take... now, what the hell was the name of that base? If I go to... No, Intel. Prospecting. It's an Anikas crater. But what is the name of the base? Yakut al-Hamwai base. This base here. How much water to get this base for you? Getting close, Sorbical. Yeah, I started a lot earlier tonight. So rather than a 2-hour stream, I'm going to try and push for another half hour so we get a 3-hour stream tonight. We'll see how I go. I'm getting quite sleepy. So 1 water isn't enough for a base. How about 10 water? Okay. I see you're a shrewd businessman. How about 100 water? I see. 1,000 water? 10,000 water. Okay. You want a little water. You want a lot for your Kudalhammer base. In that case, our Marines will see you at dawn. I'm not even going to bother getting the non-aggression pact with him. Because I don't want to break the non-aggression pact. Cool. I'm a note. Wave of fear. Hope has given way to a surge of anxiety over the circumstances of the alien arrival. Across the globe, people look upon each other with suspicion and turn to smaller. Okay, so we've just had another all human nations move towards extreme. That defend is done.
Surveillance complete.
Investigate counselor. We've identified Tadina Habo, known as identity, village with the servants, versus an evangelist with a loyalty of about 20. The dog got up again. Off-Earth mining output increased by 10% from advanced prospecting surveys. That's another really good just get more resources technology. I like that. Oh no, they can't. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's it. The violent revolution has overcome the government of Brazil. They've taken... So the servants had Brazil, I think. Looks like the resistance is working on taking it back. Now humanity first have it. Keep fighting the good fight, humanity first. You smash those servants. While we do our own thing in the background.
We've found something.
Because we're not advising anymore, our science is up to 4.2. We're getting so much science out of advising. What if you found a new orbital mine on a random site to trade? Yeah, that seems very cheesy, though. Oh, sorry, my computer's updating because it's midnight. That seems really cheesy, so it's like I'd like to avoid stuff like that if I can. I felt really cheesy last campaign where I was building sacrificial stations to be destroyed. So I'd rather not do that. Like, I don't want to take advantage of the AI's naivety that way. It would be very easy to completely destroy them if they did fall for that. Whoa, okay, stuff just got built. Okay, so our low series places layered defense arrays that come online on both of these. And the power has come online and the farms have come online, but the shipyards are not online yet. Okay, new turn. Do we need to do loyalty checks, do you think, on all of our agents? Because that would be Bruce would be investigating everybody.
Where to?
Let's just do a quick check on Tank, because Tank is the one who everyone can see all the time and has the hidden loyalty.
Surveilling target.
Robusto has nothing to do in terms of fighting aliens right now, so I'm going to put down subversion in India with her.
We'll restore peace to
Boba
this
Fett or
nation.
Cairn, I want to advise here. Tank Lelek, I want to advise here because it gets our science way back up. Steve Jobless may as well for the moment just advise in Pakistan. There's not much else going on right now. We'll just do those advices for right now. Again, I'm getting quite tired. So it's getting harder for me to plan out more complicated turns than that at the moment. Defend interest is done.
Lending my expertise.
Yeah.
Offering counsel.
Offering assistance.
Okay, that showed us about the 4.5k side, so I don't know why we're so high for a bit there.
Person of interest surveilled.
Tank Lelek's loyalty is sitting at 24 still. So his loyalty hasn't slid. His loyalty is still very high. So that's interesting.
Order is returning.
Good, that's a whole one down. Ferrocite liability theory is done. Cool. Alien stuff for -2 and control missions. That's a really, really big one. That's a really, really important one. There's some good stuff that came up. Autonomous research groups. I think the earlier we get this, the better. But at the same time, there is also available to us here advanced prospecting surveys, which gets us a flat 10% bonus to all of our incomes. The earlier we get this, the better it pays off. So I'm going to just do this one really quickly. That's a 10% bonus to all of these. It's quite nice. We're also down to 8.2 fiscal income because of all those plans we just built. Jobless might be the infantry has 2 estimated loyalty if you didn't catch it. I did notice that while we were chatting. We'll get Bruce to have a look at him in a second. That would suck if he was, because he's our master espionage person. Vian of Laos. Okay. The alien is somewhere down here. That could be the alien right there. Project Exodus is poised to surpass the Academy in quantum encryption. So if I just do this, we're back in charge for now. We're not sure how long I'll be able to hold that for, though. Excuse me, I'm definitely getting tired. I don't know if I'll make it the full half hour, but I'll push forward for a little bit longer. Let's get Bruce to investigate this guy. Not that we can do anything about him if he is the alien. It's different from a new arrival in Nam. Okay, so this is a different alien. Well, let's investigate him if he is in fact the alien. Robusto will continue to do stabilizing
Restoring
here.
order.
Bob,
At your service.
very little else he can do. As we pointed out, he's fairly useless, but we'll get him to advise China.
I will help.
Tankalelic will get
Standing by for
to advise... Actually, I'm going to get Tankalelic to advise China.
Offering assistance.
Bob Feder Karen to
Ready
advise
for my
India. And then Steve Jobless can
Reporting
investigate the inactivity in Laos.
Offering support.
Can we do more Diplo with Exodus? What are we trying to get out of Exodus? What do we want from them? You haven't been checking orgs well. You can tell when I get tired when I stop doing stuff like that. Orgs are for really at the start of a stream when I've got a lot of energy. I'm really running on fumes at this point now that we've been running for 2.5 hours after a full workday. I'll have a quick look at orgs in a second. The big problem with orgs is I need to shuffle a lot of stuff around. and I don't really want to do the
We've got
maths.
some intel on our target.
Okay, we have indeed found an alien. The problem is we can't tell anyone about it. But we have found
Cleaning things up.
that is an alien that was in Laos. So we want to capture the alien. The problem with performing a truce or an alliance with Project Exodus is they... Oh yeah, sorry, I'm confusing them with the initiative. You're right. We could attempt to... Yes, good point. We could continue to improve relationship with them. It's time for your dog to wrap you up in my... Yes, it's getting close. Alien abductions... Okay, we've alien abductions happening in China now. Oh, it's this guy here. Okay, and yeah, we've supposedly identified the dude that's doing it. I don't want to kill him because I don't want to go to total war. I'm just yawning like crazy. That's fine. She's abandoned that mission. What do we do about this alien? How do we get him out of our territory without incurring total war with the aliens? Okay, the shipyards are done on all of our stations. So we now have shipyards in Ceres orbit and Mars orbit, if we want to build fleets there, which we want to do at some point. China needs to be defended this turn.
I'm here.
The only people who can do that are Bruce, Robusto, and Tank. So I want to get Tank to defend China. That's an easy pick.
Ready to go.
What do we do about this alien? The alien is a
Securing
problem.
our control.
I'll get Steve to investigate the alien activity.
What's the up?
We obviously could attack the alien, but doing that would increase alien hate and probably put us at total war with the aliens because we're already had a hate spike for hitting that fleet with our fleet. The one we lost the accident prone. I can't... Does imprisoning him generate hate as well? I'm guessing it does. There's not much we can do. Well, at least we've got the Ferrocite tech that will help with that. Let's investigate Steve Jobless. And I'll have to spend some ops on this to make sure I get a good result. Because I want to make sure that he isn't a baddie. Robusto is... So how's Unrest looking here? Unrest is down to 1.2. Okay, we'll do an Unrest drop in China.
We'll make things
Only way to
safe.
avoid hate is a crit success. Yeah, we've already had one crit success this campaign. I don't think we're going to get two somehow. I don't think we're that lucky.
Offering assistance.
Okay, let's continue on.
Lending my expertise.
Protecting our interests.
Damn it, I missed a level in Robusto. I also forgot to look at orgs. Let's do that really quickly. I'm literally constantly yawning, which is not good. Okay, her admin is currently 17, and she's getting 9 from orgs. I would like to level her admin up more, but again, the control point issue is such a big issue that I'm going to put her command up instead. Only goes about 1. Sounds like that might be the last turn of the stream. Yeah, I'm very, very tired. In terms of orgs that we should look at, we can at least identify some stuff for next stream. Corinth Blands, Mizar Cartel. I'm yawning again, I'm so sorry. It's just hit me like a wall. It's so funny. What does this give us? It gives us +2 science, +1 engineering, +2 military, +2 fire military, plus build navy, plus 10% energy research. That's pretty good. We can't take MI5. We can't do the FBI. Octans missiles in space is just +5% mission control. Probably not worth it at this point. The others don't really give me anything I'm really looking for. So it's not too bad in that space, really. That's a good question, Solid Snake. I probably should, at least in Mars. I'm not sure if having a fleet orbiting Ceres is worth it at this stage of the game. I'm thinking about it. I think that's a question for next stream. I'm too tired, unfortunately. I'm sorry that I've just drifted off like this, everybody. It's just hit that time of night for me.
Nothing of note.
Okay, so he failed the roll on Steve Jobless. I need to remember that for next week, because I need to make sure. In fact, I'll probably set that up before I save the game, so the recheck investigation is already queued.
Things are cooling off.
So don't forget about it for next time. Okay, sorry, I'm yawning so much I can't speak. We completed advanced prospecting surveys. Our fourth amount increased by 10%. I love that. I think in the 6-person Bob's replacement needs to be a government from America. Yes, I think you're completely right, Solid Stick. We need to just focus on someone to take those orgs for us. In terms of our next research, I quite like autonomous research groups. I'd like to grab that. We're still in the lead for all of our sciences. Hydra interrogation is going to complete the 24th of May, which is a big one for finding out more about what the aliens are up to and why they're here. Yes, I'm just getting to the end of the turn core. That's my plan, just so I'm not starting in the middle of it. So, ooh, improved railguns are available. Let's set that as a favorite. I just want to finish the turn out, basically. Okay, and which has just happened. So that's the turn finished. I'm definitely a little... Okay, folks, I'm going to sleep, don't worry. I just wanted to finish the turn. You know what it's like. I don't want to stop the game in the middle of a turn. That's just awful. One thing I am going to do is I'm just going to queue Bruce up to investigate Steve so that I know that I don't forget to do that at the start of the next stream. I think that's really, really important. Okay, it is 10 past 12. I wanted to go for a longer stream. We got 40 minutes longer than normal. Starting at 9:30 for me worked really, really well. Next week, I can try and start half an hour earlier at 9 o'clock. It might be a little bit tight for me because I've got stuff to do beforehand. But definitely starting earlier keeps me going at a high rate, like keeps me higher for longer until I crash. I'll get you another Xenonauts tomorrow, and then we've got the Warhammer 40,000 stream on Thursday. And then we've got Unicorn Overlord on Sunday, and then I've got some more Xenonauts for you too. I've also been documenting, I'm building a cyber deck in my own free time. I'm documenting that on the Discord if you're interested. I posted some screenshots and stuff of it this evening. But for now, I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to rest my voice and rest my weary eyes, and I'm going to jump into bed. So thank you all for tuning in tonight. Special thank yous to Hildebrandt, and Lags Under Commander for the subs and the resubs. Really, really appreciate that. The Unicorn stream. Okay, so it is 12 a.m. for me right now. The Unicorn stream generally starts 12 hours from now. So in my morning. Actually less than about 8 hours in my morning. If you follow me on Twitter or Blue Sky, I post, and that's when I go live. If you check YouTube, it'll tell you when the last one went live in your time zone. That's probably the best I can say. So if you're on my channel right now, just jump onto my channel, go to live, and there's a playlist for Unicorn Overlords. Just check when the stream started. That will help you out. I can't do the time conversions off the top of my head when I'm this tired. Problem with Australia, which is where I stream from, is it's just awful for time zones for everybody else. Okay, I'm going to stop talking. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Have a great day. I'll catch you later. You're all wonderful people. Don't forget that. I really appreciate you so, so much. I'm going to shut up now and go to sleep. See you later. Ciao for now. Bye.